dirigé par une équipe dynamique et professionnelle. Toutes les informations, sport, entertainment, musique, tous les dernières infos sur l'industrie de la musique haïtienne de New York à Miami, from Boston to Atlanta. Tout ça qu'a fait dans HMI là, ou attendez sur Meli Melo Show. Meli Melo is live on YouTube and Facebook every Monday.
Have you ever found yourself embarking on a new construction or renovation project only to feel overwhelmed by the lack of expertise and time to manage it effectively? The solution you've been seeking is right here. I am Sabine Apollon, the founder and CEO of Aniba Consulting, with over 2 decades of experience in design, construction, and commercial real estate. I'm your dedicated partner in success. I'll assist you in identifying and navigating the intricate details of your project, dealing with local jurisdictions, coordinating with general contractors and subcontractors, even managing schedules and budgets. It all can become daunting and time-consuming. At Aniba Consulting, we specialize in making projects small or complex, manageable, and stress-free. We act as your advocates throughout the entire process, safeguarding both your financial and personal interests. Helping you deliver your perfect project is our top priority. Together, we will bring your vision to life.
Employee lawsuits can be emotionally draining, financially devastating, and oftentimes can be avoided through management training and ensuring you have risk mitigation processes in place that alert you of potential human resource issues. At the Gene Consulting Group, we help you take a proactive approach to how you do business. We do this by providing responsive, legal, and HR services tailored for you. Our services are on demand, on your terms, and transparent. You get a trusted advisor and partner who can execute across multiple lanes for a fraction of the cost. We help you maintain an engaged workforce while staying in compliance and avoiding costly litigation so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's growing your business. To learn how you can take a proactive approach to how you do business, please visit sandraljean.com.
Grand-papa, compagnie manger officielle, diaspora haïtienne. 100% haïtien. Son compagnie qui a fait effort pour faire économie Haïti, maman Haïti, brassé. Et puis grand-papa, un paquet de différents produits de qualité. Blé ak pitimi pour moun qui fait sikyo, maï moulin. Et puis pois Congo, si pois Congo jaune là, c'est le grand-papa gagne qui sont Haïti tête droite. Lalo, Djonjon, Jumango, et puis Superstar grand-papa, du riz grand-papa, Basmati, du riz jasmine, c'est pas du riz chemical qui fait moun malade là non? Grand-papa oui yon qualité sans pareil. Ou ka imiter, mon pape jamais gali. Grand-papa oui et puis nous kon bagay là déjà, ou manger en pépon à grand-papa.
Pour plus d'informations, relez-nous dans 866 472 67 26 ou bien visitez-nous sur www.grandpampan.com.
Employee lawsuits can be emotionally draining, financially devastating, and oftentimes can be avoided through management training and ensuring you have risk mitigation processes in place that alert you of potential human resource issues. At the Gene Consulting Group, we help you take a proactive approach to how you do business. We do this by providing responsive, legal, and HR services tailored for you. Our services are on demand, on your terms, and transparent. You get a trusted advisor and partner who can execute across multiple lanes for a fraction of the cost. We help you maintain an engaged workforce while staying in compliance and avoiding costly litigation so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's growing your business. To learn how you can take a proactive approach to how you do business, please visit sandraljean.com.
Suivez tous les lundis Meli Melo Show à Penkita. Meli Melo is a captivating 2-hour talk show. Meli Melo est une émission socio-culturelle animée par une équipe dynamique et professionnelle. Toutes les informations, sport, entertainment, musique, toutes les dernières infos sur l'industrie de la musique haïtienne de New York à Miami, from Boston to Atlanta. Tout ça qu'a fait dans HMI là, wap tandel sur Meli Melo Show. Meli Melo is live on YouTube and Facebook every Monday.
Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir et bienvenue encore sur Meli Melo, émission hebdomadaire qui est toujours faite chaque lundi, 7h pour 9h. Je dis tout le monde bonsoir, je souhaite que nous passions un bon week-end, spécialement bon holiday et les bodés. Bien entendu, nous pas là pour les bodés qui étaient tombés lundi, premier lundi du mois de septembre, mais nous retournons encore tout feu, tout flamme avec émission qu'on aime et avec émission que ou toujours et prend en pile nouvelles, en pile information, en pile éducation, en pile et bagaille que nous t'a pensé qui a aidé communauté. Non pas c'est Rupipa sous Meli Melo, jeudi à là comme deuxième lundi du mois nous connaissons rendez-vous avec maître Sandra Jean. Et nous avons M. Sandra Jean Soligne là, et qui ont invité ensemble avec lui. Et M. Jean, pas inconnu de nous-mêmes, c'est chaud parler chaque deuxième lundi du mois. Alors, bonsoir, M. Sandra Jean. Et comment le week-end est?
Okay, there you go. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Bonsoir. Tonight, nous allons faire show en anglais. La raison pour laquelle, c'est parce que I have a guest and she is not Haitian, but she is a great part of the show tonight. And so, I'm going to parler en petit créole pour m'expliquer mon bagay, but for the most part, the show is going to be in English.
Perfect. No problem. Thank you for letting us know. Alors, let me give you the opportunity to introduce your guests, to bring your guests on the show right now.
Absolutely. So, as everyone knows, I'm Sandra Jean. I'm the managing founder and CEO of the Jean Consulting Group. And tonight, I'm happy to present to everybody my colleague and partner, Haley McNeil. In a couple of minutes, I'll have her introduce herself. But Haley and I have had the privilege of working together over the years on several projects for several clients. And even before that, she and I worked together in corporate America. And when she went into business herself before me, and then in 2022, I launched my business, she was right there with me from day one. And we recently started working more closely together. We actually collaborating on a big client together right now. And so I said, let me just make sure everybody knows about Haley. So Haley, our partnership, our collaboration is what makes this news so important and exciting. It's built on trust, proven collaboration, and a shared commitment to helping businesses grow and scale. So why don't you just introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, briefly, and then we'll get into the gist of the matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on. I'm very excited. My name is Haley McNeil. I am the founder and CEO of Thrive Consulting Firm based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And a lot of what we do is handle the day-to-day strategic HR gambit of everyone's organization for those that we support, from recruiting to, end-to-end employment life cycle to also compliance, which is kind of what we're going to get into when we're talking about the collaboration is, kind of consolidating what we do and what we provide. So we're really excited about it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to tell them a little bit about my company again, and then I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about Thrive. So the Jean Consulting Group, just as a reminder, because people see me all the time, we partner with businesses to navigate growth, compliance, and operational challenges that they may face. I have over 28 years of experience in labor and employment, as well as corporate law. I've been doing HR since 2005. So I focus on business strategy with businesses where we provide tailored legal and business advisory services that reduce their risks and position the organization for long-term success. We focus on policy development and workforce management so that we can deliver practical solutions that help companies scale sustainably while protecting what they've built. So in essence, we focus on expert HR, compliance, labor, contract management solutions so that we can help these businesses mitigate their risks and stay regulatory compliant so that they can create and maintain a rhythm of success. So now, Haley, to add to what the Gene Consulting does, and the reason we're so excited about this collaboration is because you actually, what your company does fits right in, like aligns really well with what I do. So tell them how long you've been in business. They know a little bit more about me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started my business right before the pandemic hit, January 2020, and I was still in corporate America. So, with that happening, I, rode COVID out in corporate America until September of 2021. And that's when I branched out, went out on my own and said, there's so many organizations that could benefit from just the knowledge and expertise of having an HR professional and team of professionals that can come in, really assist without these organizations having to front, the salary, the benefits for an employee that's certified, that has the level of education and experience that comes with that. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So I want to make sure, Rudy, you don't have any questions because you know me, I'll just get into the questions. But if you don't have any comments, I have a list of questions that I prepared. So let's just get into it. So the collaboration, and I call, Haley and her firm a preferred affiliate partnership program. And what I mean by that is I work with other HR companies sometimes as needed. But the reason that I'm excited about Haley is because, like I said before, we have worked together in corporate America. When I launched my business from day one, I've sent her clients. She has sent me clients. We work together, and the beauty, just to flesh out what she does, is that let's say someone opens a business, right? And they need support in the back office. They need somebody to help them with the calls. They need somebody to help them with the they're organizing their back office, making sure that they understand where their files are, helping them maybe understand how to recruit for the people that they want and onboard them and do payroll. If you think of it, almost, I'm not going to say she does all of it, but she does almost all of it. Yeah. And if she doesn't, she can find somebody. And where I come in is that I provide the support, the high level support. So she does mainly, she does the day-to-day operations, and together we make sure that you have the policies, the processes in place, the SOPs, which are standard operating procedures. What else do we do? Employment classification, making sure that you're not calling people independent contractors when they need to be. Exactly. W-2s, making sure you're paying people their overtime. We support restaurants. Sometimes there are issues about the tipping, who gets what from the tip. So the partnership has made things easy for clients because they don't have to go here and there and try to figure out where to go to get this done or that done. Once they hire us, because we come as a package, they get the whole suite. They get the whole gamut. So talk a little bit about that from your perspective, Haley.
Yeah, there's a level of protection right, that they feel, and security to say, okay, well, not only is there the HR avenue, the payroll, benefits administration, not everyone likes to handle workers' comp. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Workplace investigations. Not only do you have all of these components in one on the HR side, but now you have legal oversight where, before it's your HR company working with the legal team you have, or if you don't have one, now we have to find you one, which Sandra a lot of times is that one that steps in. So instead of having to pull all these different resources together, the real advantage is that we're handing this package to you as a one-stop shop. And so that's really the beauty of it.
Yeah, and the other thing too, there's no learning curve, because when you're working with an attorney that doesn't know your business, you got to bring them on, you got to get them familiarized with your operations, the way you run your business, versus when it's us. Not only we know each other, I know your strength, you know my strength, you know my weaknesses, I know yours. We can compensate as needed. There's no learning curve. We just come in and we just tackle the matter at hand. Also, because
the proper legal support too, right? Because we run into sometimes where it's like, well, I have an attorney, but you don't have the proper
right. That's a good point.
That's really key, because it's like, I'll come in and they'll say, oh, I have legal, but this is a real estate attorney. That's not really legal, right? For what you have going on, but not for you, what you have going on. And so I'm like, no, you need Sandra. You have to have someone in employment law. So yeah, sorry to interrupt, but go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's exactly the point. And then because sometimes companies retain us on retainers, so retainer meaning they pay us a nominal amount so they can have access to us, and depending on the scope of what it is that we do for them, then the money is different at each level. But because of that collaboration with the company itself, we can walk in and we know the business because we have that relationship. Tell me, Rudy, you have a question?
Yes, very quickly. It seems like a company is a one-stop shop, correct? So
between the two of us,
if I'm, would like to have a company and to set up a company, at what point do I ask for your services? Is it from day one, or there's a point during building the company that I called you and say, hey, you know what, I have this company, I would like A, B, C, D, or could you take somebody from point A to point B?
Yeah, that's a great question. From the HR perspective, and probably very much the same for Sandra, like when you're setting up a business, you want to lay that foundation, right? And you have the legal foundation that you want to lay on Sandra's side, and she can speak to that. On the HR side, it's so much easier for us to help you scale, help you grow, help you with the foundation to make sure that you're compliant. Like Sandra said before, you're mitigating risk before you even have a risk, so that you have your policies, your procedures. So now we're bringing in employees, we're bringing in talent that you already have things established. You're not trying to figure it out on the fly, and you're not bringing in an HR company and then saying, okay, this is what I have. And we're looking at it saying, oh, I wish you would have brought us in a little earlier, because now we have to overhaul your entire policy book and procedures and payroll and how you're doing things. And, it is easier if you're starting a business to have the foundation first. But if not, as Sandra and I have done several times before, we can come in and fix it as well.
And what I want to add even to the question, because I'll agree that's a great question, right? So, for example, I'll talk about my friends that are attorneys. A lot of them are a one-person show, or they might have some paralegal, but they're not a big office. They want to focus on supporting their clients, making sure that they're in court on time or that they're doing legal stuff. But there's also a whole back office that needs to be handled, from answering the calls, making sure that there's an intake process, making sure that, the clients, there's client customer service being done, and follow up that don't necessarily require an attorney or a paralegal. So now they're thinking, oh my God, a lot of people tried the remote virtual assistant, but they're finding out sometimes you have meetings and people have their chicken in the background going, or they have issues connecting to the internet. The internet is down because a lot of these people are in third world countries. One of the things that I got excited and I even use Thrive Consulting for is the ability to just use someone from Healy's staff to do all that admin work for you. They can answer your call. They can do your client intake process. They put it in place. They have an IT partner that can go in and help you set up your whole back office so people can clearly communicate with each other, know where the documents are so that as they're working, she even showed me how you can do task lists in the background where you can just keep track of all the things you have to do for each client. So it's not just the HR, there's that part. But when you're thinking, okay, you're not bringing people yet, you just need help because you started this business and there's a lot of admin stuff and you're overwhelmed trying to keep up with it, but you want to focus on bringing clients, that's also offered. And then because I'm involved, we can make sure you have the proper structure and foundation in place before you bring in additional people.
Perfect.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. But I also have a follow-up question. Someone comes to you, do you have a package that you offer, or can someone pick and choose which one they would like for you to service? Let's say I have a company and I say, you know what, I would like to have a big footstep and the cyber on the internet, let's say on Facebook, on TikTok and all that stuff. Do you provide that, or does it have to be the entire package altogether, or not, nothing at all?
You want to take that one here?
Yeah, this is what is so beautiful and dynamic about what we provide is that, and we get that question a lot. Do you have a package? What are your packages? What do they consist of? What Sandra and I, even separately, but also collaboratively, what we love to do is we want to come into your organization, look at what you have, what do you need? And the service that we provide is based on what you need and what we can provide to you. So everything is very much tailored to what your business needs, not just what you're asking for. Because there's a lot of times, and Sandra can speak to this, we've had clients that will say, oh, well, I don't need ABC, I need XYZ, but really they need all of it. And they just don't know that they need it. So it's part of our job to come in and audit what's happening and really explain to them, well, here's why you need all of these things, or maybe you don't need all of them. Maybe you do just need a few things. But, we do take that holistic approach and really try to go in and make sure that we're identifying exactly what's needed and not just throwing a blanket package together.
Perfect.
And Woodsy, just to add to what Haley said, the assessment part of it is very important. We don't even charge for the first original call just so that we can get an idea of where you are, what's needed. For me, I ask, how is the company structured? Do you have your bylaws? Are you trademarked? Is your name trademarked? What, from a legal perspective, I want to make sure that you even set up properly. Now, after we do the assessment, resources are limited. So we understand you can't fix everything, or even if you might need everything, you can't attack all of them at the same time. So what we do is with the client, with the company, we identify what areas we want to focus on first, second, third, so forth, so that you can have an action plan and you're able to, determine which area, depending on risk mitigation factors, you want to focus on. And then after that, that's when you get into, okay, I want to get these services, and then you implement. And that's a good way to think about it. It's even though we offer the gamut of services, very often it's going to be custom tailored to your risk areas and your budget.
Yes, absolutely.
Sandra, the other question is that let's say if I want a package include legal, does that also include your services, or you have a contract separately from hers?
So what we do is, again, after we do the assessment, you can do the contract can be with the Gene Consulting. So if you're gonna need legal, what we've done, and we're actually in a situation like that right now as we speak, and we'll talk about it, because there are a lot of best practices to discuss from that client without necessarily getting into details. But the contract will be with the Gene Consulting Group, and then I subcontract and bring Haley in. So you are paying for the whole part of it. What's good for the client is that there's a cost-saving measure implemented. My rate is not the rate that Haley charges. So that way you get the best of both worlds, where she's focusing on the things that she does well at the rate that she charges, and I get to focus and get to bring in, but because I as needed. But because I trust Haley and we've worked together, we've developed some best practices over time, my involvement can be minimal, right? Because my rate is higher. And so you get the legal, you get the best practice, you get everything. Am I frozen?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. And then, but for a fraction of the cost, so, which is the beauty of it all.
Very good. Very good. And does that also comes with a contract? Let's say if I have a company, you guys come up and say, hey, you have to sign a 1-year contract or 2-year contract. And because we all need to know these informations, because I mean, definitely it's a great service. We appreciate you. And especially what you just mentioned is like a one-stop shop for everything. So I just want to know, does that come with a yearly contract or month to month, or how do you guys?
Haley, you take that one, because we talk about it all the time. We don't like people who don't want us to be there. So
we do talk about this all the time. I am of the thought process that, once we come in and we let you know what the service is that you need, we've come up with a game plan and said, okay, here's how we're going to get you here. Is this something that you're interested in? And, Sandra and I work on that, right? To say, okay, well, what does this contract for this client need to look like? Again, we want to provide something that's tailored to the client. It might not be a situation where we have to do a year contract. It might be a 6-month contract. It might be a month-to-month contract, depending on what the need is and what we're providing. If we're providing that day-to-day, high touch, white glove type of service, then we might want to look at something more long-term, because we're not going to be able to handle everything within a 30-day month-to-month contract. However, if we're working on something that is more project-based, that is more short-term, then that is definitely something that we can consider. And Sandra, I'll kick that back over to you in case you have something to add to that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody listening knows that when we do the contract, it's a mutual understanding of what it is you're hiring us for. But also, one of the things that Haley and I talk about is we don't ever want anybody to be forced or to feel like they're forced being in a contract. It's like any relationship. If it's not working to the tune that you thought it would, it's best that we just part ways with some degree of notice, of course, so that we can turn things over to you. But we certainly don't want anybody to be locked in a contract. So we make it where you come in. But I'll tell you this, once we come in and we start working, nobody wants us to go. Even when we look at it and we're like, because I mean, we've found ourselves in situations where we go in and we go with what the person told us they needed. And of course, we did some due diligence and we don't know what we don't know. And then you go in and you deep diving and you're like, woo, we're finding we got to work twice as hard. And I've had that conversation with Haley. What do we do? Because I want to make sure she doesn't feel taken advantage of. One thing I appreciate with Haley and her team is even when we were lowballed and we were like, ooh, we thought we were going to do $5,000, let's say, worth of work, and we're doing $50,000 worth of work. And I'm like, ooh, Haley's going to leave me. And she's like, nah, we got this. Let's come up with a game plan. And we come up with a strategy and we say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And we get it done. And because of that, our clients appreciate us. They see the value. And more importantly, they see that we're not doing things halfway. We just get it done to put them in a good place. And then we continue, day to day.
Definitely.
Hi, Sabine.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure I introduce my co-host, Sabine. I'm sure she has some few questions. So Sabine, welcome.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. And welcome, Sandra, and welcome, Haley. Sorry, I'm a little tardy today, but very interesting conversation. Couple of questions, and I know we're probably up on time quickly, but I wanted to ask, with this new collaboration that you have, what is your business marketing strategy going out for market, and who is your ideal client? I know you'll take clients, but who is your ideal client?
Okay. Haley, it's up to you. I can go first, so you can go first. But
yeah, I'll let you lead this one, and I'll chime in.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So our market strategy in our mind is simple. We spent hours and days having meetings talking about it. We want to support. We support actually small business owners all the way to 7-8 figure businesses. So and anything in between. This is why we talked about it so important to do the assessment. Our goal is to make sure that we support businesses so that then they can create, and I'm going to say this again, a rhythm of success. What that looks like may be different for each company. We look at my personal avatar would be the smaller business owners, because I feel like the big businesses, even though they pay us better, so that's why you need both. But my heart resides with the smaller business owners. We have lawyers, we have doctors' offices, dental offices. We just have people that open a business and need that support because they want to stay focused on what they do best, which is running their business, pursuing their craft, finding their own clients, and not have to worry about the back office. So when they, and the people side of your business, believe it or not, is what takes up all your time. Because if you don't have the right people, they're filing complaints, they're not properly classified, they cost you money, they steal from your business if you're not properly selecting the right people. If you don't have the right policies, they can go to the DOL, the EEOC, those are government agencies, and file charges against you. And you stay so busy dealing with the people problems that you don't have time to deal with growing your business and investing in your business. So that's what we come and say, let's take this pain point away from you. It's a win-win. You get to do what you love. We get to do what we're good at and love too. So there's someone that asked, do we service businesses in states like California? We've actually serviced nationwide. The HR is not limited, and myself, because I offer what they call fractional general counsel services, I'm able to come in as and represent as your general counsel. And if I'm your in-house general counsel, I can handle a lot of things for you. The only thing I can't do is litigate. So if we have to go to litigation, then you have to find an attorney that is barred in the state where you are. But we've worked together all on the West Coast, in New York. Yes, we do support construction companies. In fact, I support a big one here, right in Sandy Springs, urgent care businesses. We have small staffing companies. Not so small here, you know.
No, not so small.
Ambulance companies, firefighters. We've had, churches. What else? I said already, doctors, lawyers, those
retail and also in the food industry.
Restaurants.
So, yeah, we're very well versed, but we come from a healthcare, very heavy compliance background. And so we always have our eyes on compliance, regardless of the industry. And so that is also something that we bring to the table. And even the small things with employees. I know that Sandra's, she's focused too on the employer side of things, but even on the employee side of things, your people operations run so much smoother when they feel that they have someone in the human resources and people part of the team that, you know, I just need my direct deposit changed, or can you explain my paycheck to me? Can you help me? I'm not sure how to fill out my tax form. You know, these are things that we also help them with. And so this helps them feel supported so that not only can the employer do, you know, the day-to-day of what they love to do, but the employee is empowered and feels like someone's taking care of them so that now they can help that employer to go out and be successful as well.
Sure.
Yeah, one of the things I like to say is that Haley's team and we remove distractions from the employees so they can focus as well on what they do
Yes.
best, which is whatever it is you hired them to
Yes.
do.
Awesome. So I have a question, and this is I'm asking for a friend. A situation where the employee is now, well, let me back up. Employer may not have taken all of the necessary, how do you want to call it, health benefits or whatnot out of their paycheck for a number of time. And now employer possibly is asking for repayment. Is that legal? Is that can that be done, or is that? I mean, I know I'm probably asking way too deep, but is that something?
No, because we can share information without giving you legal
Yes.
advice, because we can't give legal advice. But go ahead, Haley. That's the beauty of us working together. Unless you want me to take it either way.
So yes, you know, if the employee had the coverage and the coverage, you know, they're able to go to the doctor during that time, then yes, the premiums would need to be collected. Now, how that happens, it can happen in a lot of different ways. You know, I am of the thought process and opinion that, you know, this is not the fault of the employee. We need to collect that, right? But we need to do it in a way that doesn't, you know, hurt the employee financially, so that, you know, to make sure that they're able to live off of the paycheck that they get. We know that some employees, a lot of employees live paycheck to paycheck. So establishing what that repayment plan looks like would be something that, in my experience, is important. And it does happen. You know, I've had that happen with clients, and, you know, we want to get it back, but do it in a way where, you know, they're not too uncomfortable with that extra money missing from their check.
So the employer
and legally,
okay, go ahead.
I'll give you the legal answer as well, because there is a Department of Labor, Fair Labor Standards Act that says even if you take the money, you cannot take so much that you don't pay them at least the minimum wage for the state. So for example, if the minimum wage, like in Georgia, at $7.25 per hour, but let's say you're a good employer, so you pay them $10 an hour, because that's going to be easy math for me. So, and they work 440 hours a week. That means whatever you take, you cannot take more enough that they don't make at least 725 times 40, whatever that is. So you can only take what's off the top, making sure that they go home with at least the minimum wage times the number of hours they
How about if you're a salaried employee?
So that it's still the same. It's still the same if they're salaried, because, you know, there's still an hourly conversion for their rate. So even if they're paid salary, what is their hourly conversion, right? And then based on that, their salary hours, because even though they're salary, there's still hours that goes into that salary. So we still would have to make sure that based on that salary, if we brought it down to minimum wage, how much wiggle room do we have to collect that money? But again, even someone who's salaried, you know, bringing it all the way down to minimum wage, I mean, nobody wants to do that, right? I mean, that's hardly livable at all. So again, it's still coming up with a game plan between the employer and the employees, so that both feel like they're being supported well. And that's what Sandra and I come in and do for everyone. So.
Okay. Thank you.
And Sabine, if you have time, I do want to talk about a case study before, because this is great conversation and I'm looking at the time. But I do want to talk a little bit about a big account that we collected, which is a restaurant chain that we started working on about maybe 4 months ago. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is to just demonstrate how, when you get a team like ours together, what we can do for you. So that company had an HR company. So it's not like they were acting like a mom and pop. They actually did hire an HR company. But the minute we came in and we started doing our audit, what we noticed is that there were gap areas, like things that the other companies should have been doing that they didn't. And even some of the things that they were doing weren't done in the best way. And so we were able to come in, not only do their handbook, put together a bunch of standard operating procedures, SOPs, because they multi-state, and we noticed that people were just doing things however they want. People were not being paid on time. There was always a problem with people's paycheck. And I mentioned before that Haley and her team, they do the payroll as well. So we came up with forms, we came up with the handbook, we came up with SOPs, we came up with meetings, onboarding processes for them, so that now, even 3 months in, like even within the first month, employees were like, oh my God, this is the first time we're getting paid our money. Like, we don't have to call HR and say, where's my check? How come some of the money is missing? We've had to do investigations, both in state, out of state, and we divide to conquer. Like, she'll do a part of it and I can come in and on the back end, do what we need to do. We've conducted a survey. And the employees are like, oh my gosh, like, this is the first time people are listening to us. Things are being resolved. The owner of the company is so thankful that she repeatedly said, we're her best hires. Yeah. She's, we're her ace. She won't pay anybody, but she'll make sure we get paid. She doesn't. So this is the beauty of it, and how I must say this is a success story for us, because they needed so much help. They didn't even know how much help they needed. And we came in within a couple of months. I can't believe how much we were able to get done in a couple of months. And so that is a beautiful story that I just wanted to share with you guys.
I guess with this nice story, you should get a testimonial from the owner that will definitely help you on your website, or whichever is looking for, to know about the companies and all that stuff. So kudos to you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's on our to-do list. Trust.
Okay. Because Meli Melo is trying to see how much he can afford to hire you guys, because it seems like you guys are doing a wonderful job. Definitely.
Your family. So you let us come here and talk about our business. We can talk. So, but Haley does a great job, and it would fall mostly on Haley. But we can have a conversation, definitely, and see how we can help.
Yes, we would love to do that.
All right. So on that note,
I had one last question.
Okay.
Is there any community engagement that you guys do to even just helping and advising the community, just to get what the possibilities are, what you offer, what can you bring to help, even on a smaller, very small scale, one-person business?
So, this is like the first time we're talking about the collaboration. We literally talked about this last week. We said we've done so much. And so this is the very first platform that we're actually coming to speak, because I was like, this is perfect timing. I'm supposed to do my segment. Let's just come and launch it. So this is the launch.
Inaugural. This is the inaugural launch. Right. We're good.
Yes. So definitely more to come. And, Sandra and I have spoken, we've had this idea for several years now, right, Sandra? And so again, we're announcing it, but now the exciting part is to really have the community engagement and start to provide some of these talking points and services and have, your Q&A sessions and things like that. So that's definitely something that we're going to look forward to.
I just have a question here that on my feed here, someone asked, since this is your first launch, is there a special for a company who just want to jump in? Hey,
The Meli Melo special.
I don't know.
The Meli Melo special. Haley and I will follow up with you. We will provide some kind of discount if they heard it on the Meli Melo show. We will give them a discount depending on, what they're looking to do, how many services they are looking to bring on. But Haley and I will create one and we'll share it with you so you can share with the audience.
Yes.
So as I can probably assume, this is a service that is offered nationwide. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So what if the company is registered in another country? Can you still provide that? The company is still registered in another country, however, providing the service in the U.S.
That is something that, do you want me to answer?
Yes,
yeah, that's
please.
actually something that, I provide through Thrive Consulting firm that, again, will also be able to be part of the collaboration. So we also specialize in that very scenario and have helped quite a few organizations that have, they're set up overseas in Europe, in the UK, and they have operations here in the United States. Because obviously what we provide is US based, we're able to help them build everything from the ground up or come in and help them manage it if they have things that are already established. And it gives them someone local here that they can speak with, a support team that's in the US that understands, the compliance and risk mitigation with Sandra employment law and things that will impact their business right here in the US. And so that is something that we handle. That was a great question. I didn't expect for that.
On that note, Sandra, we're just going to take a quick break so we can come back for the closing statement of the last few questions, okay?
All righty.
Employee lawsuits can be emotionally draining, financially devastating, and oftentimes can be avoided through management training and ensuring you have risk mitigation processes in place that alert you of potential human resource issues. At the Gene Consulting Group, we help you take a proactive approach to how you do business. We do this by providing responsive, legal, and HR services tailored for you. Our services are on demand, on your terms, and transparent. You get a trusted advisor and partner who can execute across multiple lanes for a fraction of the cost. We help you maintain an engaged workforce while staying in compliance and avoiding costly litigation so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's growing your business. To learn how you can take a proactive approach to how you do business, please visit sandraljean.com.
Welcome back to Meli Melo. Today we are talking to attorney Sandra Jean and her business partner, Haley McNeil. So we welcome you all back. So with these tidbits that we just learned, would love to hear some takeaways that we can take away with the audience, as well as what your closing statements would be. And again, congratulations. I think this is a great partnership. I think we have a great something within our community we can certainly thrive and use. And it's always insightful to have somebody who have this kind of insight to inform the community. So with that, I'm turning it over to you both.
Absolutely. I'm going to turn it to Haley as the guest of the hour so she can say like a closing statement about why people need us and how great we are together.
And also, please don't forget to include your phone number and the website, how we can reach you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me, and obviously for swapping over to English for this in particular. It's been great. I'm thankful for Sandra for inviting me, and super excited about the collaboration. Aside from the legal and HR, just as a reminder, we do provide virtual assistance here, but in the U.S. For businesses as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you're looking to start your business, grow your business, scale your business. We do have that in addition to Sandra with the legal services and what I provide with HR and back office support within this collaboration. Again, I am the CEO and founder of Thrive Consulting Firm. All socials, you can find me at My Thrive Consulting. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything is My Thrive Consulting. The phone number is 404-916-2296. And the website is mythriveconsulting.com. So everything My Thrive Consulting. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And for me, SandraLGene.com is my website. The Gene Consulting Group is on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn, TikTok, Threads, you name it. I'm always posting. And plus, I do the segments, so a lot of people know me from that. I just want to say I'm excited about this collaboration with the Thrive Consulting because again, we're stronger together. Anybody who knows me knows that I love to bring people along with me. I always believe we're stronger when there's more than one. So, and we are. Our work shows it. Our clients manifest and confirm that we are better. So remember the key takeaways of this collaboration for the businesses is efficiency. Okay, you don't have to go everywhere looking for somebody to handle this part, that part of your business. You hire us, we come in, we get it done. We get it done. Okay. And secondly, it's cost saving because you're not just wasting time. You have partners, people that work with you. So Haley will do what she does and charge accordingly. I do what I do and charge accordingly. So you're not overpaying either one of us to do what we do well. You're just, getting the benefit of it all. And then seamless support. Because we have worked together before, we're able to again easily step into each other's roles and support as needed. Even on previous clients, if I have to go on vacation, I don't even bring my laptop anymore because I know Haley got it. And if there's something I need to be involved, she'll just call me. Same thing with her and her team. She's like, Sandra got it from a supervisory because I can't do what she does. And so she, I'll just keep her involved as needed. So seamless support, those are the promises of the collaboration. And our clients are stronger because of it. They're able to focus on what they do. They're able to not worry about little things. The devil is in the details, as they say. So they don't have to worry about those. We got them on the people side anyway. And then they're able to scale confidently. Yeah, something like that. With confidence.
Yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to add, and I don't think the question wasn't asked. And when Sandra just mentioned about that collaboration, how we handle that when one of us is away. The good thing about this collaboration too that we didn't bring up is that clients will know exactly what to expect financially, right? They're able to budget for it. You'll have, consulting firms that will say, well, if I do this, then it's this price. If I do this, then it's this price. When we come in and we audit everything and we say, this is what, we feel that you're going to need. Here's how we think we're going to get you here. We provide you with what that price is going to be, and that price is that price for that amount of time. You're able to budget for it. So there's not a I got you at the end of the month because you went over the amount of hours or you added an additional service. So another plus for the collaboration as well.
Yeah, thank you for highlighting that, because that is true. Even if we have to work 60 hours a week, we're like, okay, let's just get it done because we have. And then because we know once we fix the systems and the processes, then it'll balance itself out. So we don't nickel and dime people.
Yeah.
But that's it. Thank you again for having us here. I know it's
Thank
almost
you so much.
the top of the
Again,
hour.
you are welcome to stop by or to give us a call again.
We'd love to get a
We'd
6
love-
month
yes.
6 month update
6
where
months
you guys
update,
are.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Actually, someone just asked if we compensate for referral. We certainly do. Because there's a young
Okay,
lady
so you're gonna
in the
work on that.
community.
You're going to work on that, and you're also going to work on a special package for Meli Melo.
We already do the referral. It's different than the discount. So there's the discount program for anybody.
Okay.
But this is a referral.
Okay, I'm going to refer Meli Melo now.
You can't refer yourself.
How about you refer me?
All right, guys. Thank you. We're going to take a quick short break in just a few minutes.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Suivez tous les lundis Meli Melo Show à 20h. Meli Melo is a captivating 2-hour talk show. Meli Melo est une émission socio-culturelle animée par une équipe dynamique et professionnelle. Toutes les informations, sport, entertainment, musique, toutes les dernières infos sur l'industrie de la musique haïtienne de New York à Miami, from Boston to Atlanta. Tout ça qu'a fait dans HMI ou attendez sur Meli Melo Show. Meli Melo is live on YouTube and Facebook every Monday.
They've been rated one of the culture's greatest performers as they continue to deliver unforgettable moments. And on September 13th, they return to Atlanta. Le Rendezvous ATL presents the Trilogy Concert. Get ready for Sabine. Sabine returns for their first Atlanta performance of 2025. This will be a star-studded event Saturday, September 13th at Essence Venue, 5439 Riverdale Road. It's Sabine Live with music by DJ Dr. Sound and DJ Next One, hosted by DJ Massive. Admission is $60 in advance. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. Doors will open at 10 p.m. For info and VIP, call 917-279-9478 or 917-207-5005. This September 13th inside of Essence. Be there.
Si jamais ça arrivait, on l'a mouqué avec. Ouais, là-bas. Le temps qui t'a passé, j'aimerais qui déchirer.
Ujani chemwe, déjà encore moi. Donnez la vie, moi si vous voulez, la voulez.
Baby, ou pas l'idée rien, si ou pas Meli, si like Combien ça me connaît devant ça gagner c'est en pas. C'est où va tout dans me sens qui ton si mabou baby. Ou pas quitter rien même si ou pas Meli, si like
Have you ever found yourself embarking on a new construction or renovation project only to feel overwhelmed by the lack of expertise and time to manage it effectively? The solution you've been seeking is right here. I am Sabine Apollon, the founder and CEO of Aniba Consulting. With over 2 decades of experience in design, construction, and commercial real estate, I'm your dedicated partner in success. I'll assist you in identifying and navigating the intricate details of your project, dealing with local jurisdictions, coordinating with general contractors and subcontractors, even managing schedules and budget. It all can become daunting and time-consuming. At Aniba Consulting, we specialize in making projects, small or complex, manageable and stress-free. We act as your advocates throughout the entire process, safeguarding both your financial and personal interests. Helping you deliver your perfect project is our top priority. Together, we will bring your vision to life.
Bonsoir tout le monde, Orly la rivière, New Look. Et actuellement, en Atlanta, je devrais dire que à chaque fois, là, il y a un show que je connais qui fait bagaille positif, c'est Meli Melo show. Depuis là, c'est show ça me garde. C'est lui me supporter, alors me conseiller nous faire même bagarre là. Meli Melo, c'est où bon bagarre.
Meli Melo show lié depuis Dieu tu lui Atlanta, c'est lui toujours garder même le New York et lui toujours supporter ça son bel show, moun yo sérieux, en pile moun attendait à supporter show ça, tout fanatique. Meli Melo show dans Atlanta. Dieu tu lui campé d'elle. Attention.
Meli Melo, Reginald de Atlanta. Meli Melo, Reginald de Georgia. Ouais, on est dans Georgia. Ouais, Meli Melo, on toujours fait si bon chez Willem Blé. Yes, lundi, Meli Melo.
C'est Gazi, ouais, Meli Melo show, c'est plus gros show qu'il y a dans Atlanta. L'important pour nous garder parce que son show est chaque lundi.
They've been rated one of the culture's greatest performers as they continue to deliver unforgettable moments. And on September 13th, they return to Atlanta. Le Rendezvous ATL presents the Trilogy Concert. Get ready for Sabine. Sabine returns for their first Atlanta performance of 2025. This will be a star-studded event Saturday, September 13th at Essence Venue, 5439 Riverdale Road. It's Sabine Live with music by DJ Dr. Sound and DJ Next One, hosted by DJ Massive. Admission is $60 in advance. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. Doors will open at 10 p.m. For info and VIP, call 917-279-9478 or 917-207-5005. This September 13th inside of Essence. Be there.
Si jamais ça arrivait, on l'amour qui avait, ouais, là-bas. Le temps qui a passé, j'aimerais qui déchirer.
Ujani chemwe, deja bakomwe. Donner la vie, moi c'est oulé, la oulé.
Baby, ou pas l'idée rien, si ou pas Meli, c'est like combien ça me connaît devant ça gagner fait en pas. C'est où pas tout n'a pas senti ton petit mabou, baby. Ou pas quitter rien, même si ou pas
Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue encore sur Meli Melo. Et ça, c'est deuxième partie Meli Melo. Et bon, on est obligé de mener toute l'équipe là. Et parce que nous allons parler d'un bagage qui est très émouvant, qui est arrivé pendant 2 dernières semaines. Ça, là. Avant de commencer, dis bonsoir à Monsieur Bouboule.
On dit bonsoir Rupipa, bonsoir Sabine, bonsoir Maître Sandra qui se présente un très bel segment et avec tout ton guest là qui était vraiment à point. Côté, tu as pris l'information et je pense que la grande plus monde qui était retrouvé dans ce segment ça et Rupipa, mon cher, sincèrement, font une très belle introduction. C'était un très bel show et il me dit, Maître Sandra, merci pour le genre de segments ça. Donc, on est chaque premier lundi du mois, c'est Maître Sandra qui gagne un segment. Mais comme vous pouvez pas te mentionner dans le show earlier que nous pas de gain premier semaine, c'était holiday, nous pas de capable là. Maître Sandra est obligé là. Et deuxième et lundi, qui n'a moi ça. Et me dit tout le monde, merci qui déjà est branché sous Meli Melo. Donc, on Meli Melo entre la canon chaque lundi soir de 7h à 9h. À ce moment, nous avons l'honneur pour nous recevoir dans le studio, nos managers Meli Melo, qui est là ensemble avec nous en parlant de Martine Claude, qui fait partie de l'équipe ça, et puis nous dit Sabine Apollon, qui a participé dans le premier segment, qui n'est pas le rejoindre non plus un peu plus tard tout, pour capable parler dans le dernier segment HMI là. Nous dit Madame Martine Claude, bonsoir, et puis nous saluons tout le staff, équipe Meli Melo, avec tout le monde qui est déjà branché. Non pas M. Bouboule, Martine Claude, après un long absent, qu'on pas dans le studio, mais parfois toujours fait-il parler, les gains débats qui vraiment concernent la communauté. Nous disons bonsoir, comment est?
Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir Bouboule, bonsoir Rupipa. Did you miss me, Fabrice?
Là.
Okay.
Ouais, comme on belle là, les gars. C'est une fois belle ou bien c'est belle?
OK. Bonsoir tout le monde. I'm happy to be back. Like Bouboule said, after such a long time, and I feel honored the fact that I'm here to actually introduce two of our mega stars, which is Gabrielle Antoine, which will be telling a story for our late legend, Gary Didier Perez. Feel very honored to actually come tonight so that we could have a small story conversation with his former wife. And I'll take the time right now to introduce Gabrielle Antoine. And we're going to speak both languages tonight. Na parle anglais, na parle créole. Okay, so Gabrielle, you have the floor at this time. How are you?
All is well, one day at a time. And thank you for having me here this evening. I appreciate that very much.
You're very welcome. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight we're just going to have a conversation. It's majorly going to be about his life because what better person to know about Gary's life at this time would be you. Okay, so you're chosen especially so that we could actually elaborate a little bit about his life and actually everything else that you would want us to know. Okay, so at this time right now, how are you feeling pertaining to the tragic incident that happened to Gabby? You know, I'm going to say Gabby.
Well,
I'm not just
Gabby, you know, everyone calls me Gabby.
Exactly.
I think that what's there for me right at this moment is a sense of relief that his suffering is over with because he has gone through a lot, medically speaking. So there's that part of me that mourns the person that I have lost in my life and the artist, the HMI legend that the people have lost in their lives. But his music is almost eternal. And so it's, for me, I feel like, hey, that's his legacy, his impact on the HMI and as a composer, as a singer, as an entertainer, performer, producer, and band leader. So to have had the opportunity to witness his genius firsthand is just amazing. And I'm grateful to have had that opportunity. So, grieving has different stages. And but today I'm feeling much better than 2 weeks ago. And that's why I can really articulate what it is that what's there for me, and when I look at his passing and what it means to myself and to others.
Okay. Fabri, okay, you're gonna go.
Bon, et Gabi, bienvenue encore sur Meli Melo. C'est Woody.
Ah, ok.
Et premièrement, moi, je voulais remercier vous parce que vous partagez un gros monde ensemble avec tout le monde. Parce que depuis que dit Gary Didier Pérez, pour les gens qui ne connaissent pas, son icon qui était premièrement passé dans musique, qui était passé dans Zinglin, et puis qui vient faire Ozone, qui était marqué en pile dans nous dans les années 80. Surtout avec musique, c'est comme ça, la vie ailleurs, et en bas la terre et tout ça. Amen. Ça, c'est jusqu'à présent, musique, ça, pour passer de l'autre côté, par exemple, lever danser. Alors, vraiment, vrai, c'est un gros monde, un gros poteau garçon que nous perdu. Mes condoléances à toi et à ta famille. M'apprécie ça en pile. Bienvenue encore sur Meli Melo. Je connais que ce n'est pas facile. Son bagage qui est très dur de pour perdre un monde, surtout à un très jeune âge. Et bon, ça nous a dit, moi-même, ce n'est pas moi, mais émotion, ça a vraiment son bagage qui est très fort là quand même, parce que dès qu'on voit dans plusieurs programmes dans Atlanta, dans Georgia, après ça, bon, Green Power Gab et Green Power Gary encore, et puis bon, c'est le service que lui move. Bien entendu, ça fait nous mal. Amen. Definitely. J'ai reconnu toute prière, nous, tout confort, nous, toute condoléance, c'est avec vous, je dis à la. OK?
Merci un pile, m'apprécier ça.
Gabi, c'est un plaisir que nous gagnons dans Meli Melo là. Je suppose Fabrice gagne 2-3 questions à lui ajouter.
Oui, bonsoir Gabriel. Et
bonsoir.
Et son plaisir, nous capables de recevoir dans Meli Melo à soir. En pile fois que nous remarquons dans des activités et qui qu'on fait dans la communauté, par exemple, pour toujours participer à l'activité culturelle. En plus, on toujours surtout pour l'hymne national, c'est la majorité du temps, c'est eux-mêmes qui ont honneur, ça, qui pour chanter, qui pour mettre Haïtien à l'honneur. Et il y a un monde tout qui était près de icon ça, de monde ça qui nous a gagné pour nous être capable de connaître dans les années 90. On montre vraiment 6 générations qui musique, Zinglin, Papache, et tant d'autres formations musicales, Mex, et tant d'autres groupes te connaît et passage ça, en parlant de nouvelle génération ça, c'est Gary, c'est un pionnier, son monde vraiment qui fait nouvelle génération gagner ça lié aujourd'hui. Par exemple, le gars de Gary, son monde qui sont dans famille religieuse, son monde qui levé et nos familles qui ont musique déjà, et non tout dit tout, l'homme dit Gary, pas dire Gary, comme ça, dit Gary Didier Pérez. Et monsieur, nous quitté vraiment long, et c'était Gary Didier Morio Pérez, c'est et monsieur était enlevé, non ça, et était retiré Mario Pérez là, il était qu'un Gary Didier, et parce que là, nous était vraiment à l'aise. Là, tu as mentionné non, ça veut dire que pas capable de dire Gary Didier Pérez là, parce que monsieur fait un travail énorme, les quittons héritage pour jeunes qui suivent compas. Parce que non plus que monsieur est un chanteur, il est un compositeur. Ça, c'est que son monde qui fait arrangement, son monde qui compte musique, là, l'école pour musique, et c'est un musicien tout qui rare en tant que chanteur pour trouver, parce que il y a des gens qui chantent, mais qui n'ont pas de talent, qui n'ont pas de formation. Et nous, tout merci d'écouter accompagner monsieur ça. Pendant un moment difficile, tu es campé là ensemble avec lui, tout le monde est toujours dans l'activité culturelle ensemble avec lui, et nous continuons bras sur bras ensemble avec lui, nous disons courage que tu as gagné dans un moment difficile où tu es campé ensemble avec lui, nous disons merci pour ça en tant que femme forte qui était là pour monsieur. Et c'est un monde que je pense qui était plus bien connu moment monsieur dans le dernier moment, et c'est pour une raison que nous menons un monde qui connaît tout dans la communauté en parlant de Martin Claude et qui a participé dans l'émission ensemble avec nous à soir, nous allons parler, nous allons faire une petite conversation, à least au dit nous qui monde de plus que monsieur ça, Gary Didier Pérez.
Eh bien, Jean-Fèque Dia, c'est un monde qui était porté maillette là pour la nouvelle génération. Moi-même, moi, t'ai rencontré depuis le moi, t'ai collège bird, OK? Et elle t'est toujours qu'on dit, Gabi, depuis me fin ou cap chanter, cap danser collège bird là, moi, je dis, ah, Et puis, nous t'es quand Madame Denis tout, nous t'es qu'on prend le son solfège ensemble. Alors, moi-même, tout, m'te prend le son privé tout avec Nicole Saint-Victor. Donc, c'est-à-dire que lui-même avec, moi, nous toujours gain amour, passion, ça, pour la musique. Ouais. Mais le Kassav t'a frappé nous fort, mouvement Guadeloupe, là, t'a frappé nous fort. Et Gary DJ Perez avait eu le courage et aussi la témérité, m'ta dit. Parce que il était une vision, il dit, c'est ça que fait les mecs chauds que la chanter fidèle, là, il dit, c'est haïtien nouye, c'est Congo nouye. Ouais. Donc, c'est parce que nous toujours avons tendance à embrasser toute ça, l'autre culture, vle bon nous. Mais ça, Gary DJ Perez, t'es toujours ferme là-dessus. La collaboration que t'es avec Eddie Brissot, avec Fabrice Rousier, avec Keke, quel que soit moun yon nou te qu'on à l'époque, ou ça me dit là, donc il était déterminé pour bailler musique nous ou l'autre voix. Et quand on voit que monsieur soit arrangeur, compositeur extraordinaire, ni gon chantel que moun pas tellement parlé de lui, hein, qui est les Cool Claudie. C'est là où on a talent vraiment qui bien exprimé. C'est-à-dire que musique est toujours complexe. C'est ça que fait toujours dire, moun, oui, c'est très bien. On nous a chanté Gary DJ Perez, oui, mais arrangement musical, yo ti genre très travaillé. OK? Et son monde qui était un talent, moi-même pense que talent là, et c'est ton bagage presque divin ou mystique. Parce que c'est monde qui qu'on endormi, il levé et puis il dit, et puis il monter sur le computer. Et puis il commence à écrire, l'a écrit. Et puis il a fait note, l'a écrit. Et puis il a corrigé toute line, bassline, toute guitare, toute bagage, il est sur le computer tout le temps. Donc, c'est-à-dire que c'était sa passion. Donc, c'est-à-dire que qui aime Gary DJ Perez doit aimer la musique. OK? Parce que musique là, vraiment, ça c'est au bagage qui était dans toute ville très consistant. OK? So, c'est-à-dire que l'homme pensait à lui, pensait à joie lui, et tout amour que le gagnait pour peuple, pour fanatique Lio, tout. Donc, franchement, messieurs, mesdames et messieurs, moi capable de dire nous ça que j'ose augurer qu'il se repose en paix. OK? Parce que li bay tout ça c'est capable bay, li bay li. Et ça qui intéresse m'konye a, gen pile bagay que l'écrit qui pas jamais publié. OK? So m'pa kon kote yo ye, m'pa gon idée du tout. Et gade là c'est ça qui ou ti gens fait la peine parce que t'es capable bay plus toujours. Et li bay plus toujours.
OK.
Good, Martin.
Yeah. So we're going with the fun stuff right now, Gabi. Okay.
Parlez chaud.
What was Gabi's number one hit? Okay, because get plusieurs. My favorite, I know for sure, was Fidèle. Okay, de pourtant des Fidèle, it was like no one, pas gen moun ki pa kon Fidèle. Okay, so that was one of my favorites. So according to you and what you know, because a lot of people, different opinions, what would be his biggest hit according to you? So that we can...
Fidèle is the staple. That's the one that everyone goes to.
That's what I thought.
Ambalate Sakini.
Yes.
Yes. Et puis, Ambalate. Mais m'ta remè que moun prête attention tout à évolution en tant qu'artiste, à savoir l'on a regardé travail que le qu'on fait en 90 et puis le travail que le vient faire avec Ozonio. OK? Pour ouais, que l'évoluer en tant qu'artiste. Pour moi, c'est beau à observer. Parce que l'on obtient des fidèles et puis on obtient des chanter écrire les vérités. Au cas où gon passage qui fait. Gon entrevue que Gary DJ Perez t'a fait lui-même. Et côté que il t'a dit que lui-même, il là pour servir peuple là. OK? Donc, c'était toujours point de vue li que la baille musique. Et si c'est ça le cabay, li bay tout ça le capable. Donc, m'ta avec oui, sous fidèle là. I think that's the one song for sure. Et me songe que nous te New York City où là, il était à chanter à Zinglin, c'est fidèle, il t'a chanté. Ça te choqué nous toute l'assistance là, même la presse, pour te ouais que mon yo grand 20 ans, il a 30 ans, 40 ans, 50 ans, 60 ans, 70 ans, tout le monde a chanté fidèle, tout le monde connaît les lyrics, tout le monde connaît parole yo. Et puis son monde depuis mon ouais, c'est artiste Pam. Parce que c'était l'homme du peuple. Il aimait son public, il aimait ses fans. Et ses fans pour lui, c'était sacré, c'est ça qui t'a aidé le vivre, c'est ça qui t'a porté la joie.
Bon, nous toujours un avocat Sandra Jean là. Sandra, monsieur envie, mettons un petit mot, arrête, vous comprenez? Et on t'attend là, en avant. On va envie demander ou bien on va au dit, Miss Gabi?
C'est plus son commentaire. Gabi connaît que me remel à mort. C'est me rencontrer Gabi dans la chambre de commerce là. I believe c'est Sorel qui te mené pour te participer. Le sam rencontrer Gary Didier Perez at the same time. And man, là ouais deux moun sa ensemble avec talent que vous possédez et que vous sont prêts à partager avec le peuple. Son bagage extraordinaire. So, je considère être très privilégié que, number one, I get to hug you and I get to call you my friend, Gabi. And also that I was able to see the two of you together with the passion for the music. It's like you guys floated. I love when you said, Gary, c'est il était la musique, remember, like, les mêmes présence, c'était musique. Donc, of course, observer as intimately as you did, but dès qu'à West, nous transporté, nous sommes le malade, nous avons on get together avec chambre de commerce dans Buckhead, et t'es un piano, et malgré tout, le pas de sentir bien, je crois qu'on m'a demandé pour le faire, on joue, le lichita, le là, le jouer, ou bien, pas j'ai ça le fait exactement, mais le là, le fait musique là, et tant qu'on l'y transformer. Ça sont bagages qui très très unique à voir. So merci parce que nous acceptons qui te me dit 2-3 mots et que qui te monté sur show et Meli Melo. But that's all I wanted to say. Gabi, tiens ferme, nous remercions. Nous connaissons que vous go through a hard time because you have history with the man and you guys live together and someone connaît que vous t'admirez. Depuis, bon, pas de connaître, nous t'es comme l'autre depuis très jeune, but, yeah.
Donc, c'est ça qui fait que, en tant qu'artiste, là, t'es fin pépéné. Moi, je dis, OK, vous fini, vous campez? OK, d'accord. En avant. And I still remember his laughter, and I still remember his genius. And his intelligence. He was so articulate, very well read. And il sait que someone qui était même politique haïtien. Not a lot of people know that, but il était même politique haïtien en pile. Mais pour moi-même, moi, trouvé que différence que il fait l'envie personnellement, c'est quand t'aimes t'es gentil timide en tant qu'artiste, il était vraiment bon, moi, confidence et confiance dans tête homme pour m'être capable vraiment exprimer artistry, j'en vle, j'en pito. So, ça, c'était une belle bagaille parce que nous tenions amour de la musique. Et malheureusement, sans-elle pas te permettre une série de bagailles, tu vois, donc, nous sommes toutes, finalement, toutes maladies pour aller là au seul coup. Et il a beaucoup souffert sur le plan physique. Mais mental, là, t'es toujours là. Sharp as a whip. Ça, il va jamais perdu. Ça, me capable ça. Jamais perdu.
So, Gabi, so at this time right now, nous worker gon paquet quasi scandale qui a passé dans HMI là qu'on you know, désaccords, désunions, and on and on and on. What do you think pour le public là que Gary would want to be remembered as? I said that's one question. And what do you think his message would be to the HMI right now at this time? Qui sont pensés d'après ou même, since you knew him, what do you think his message would be for the HMI to actually unite, especially now with this, you see the female artists right now are just like, it's torn apart. It just doesn't make any sense. And I know that he was someone that was very close to all the musicians, and he always had positive things to say. So what do you think that, give us something that you think Gary would want us to know?
I believe what they would want us to know, it's twofold. The first part, m konnen tap di tout musicien, bon, monsieur, ça gen la, nou pa ka entendre nou la. Bon, moi-même fè musique, c'est pas pour l'argent me fè musique. M fè musique pour servir peuple là. This is something that I've heard him say over and over and over again. Li di, c'était pour l'argent. M'ta campé net. Mais, li di, mais ba la vin changer kounye. Tout moun, soit fait de visibilité à chercher, soit fait de compétition.
Fait de views.
Compétition, c'est ça, tout le monde besoin, surtout avec social media qu'on y a là, tout le monde a une opinion, tout le monde fanatique ça, pas fanatique ça, en pile polémique. Ma connais si nous songeons époque, là t'es gain polémique, Scorpio, polémique, DP.
Scorpio and DP.
Attendez, tout ceci n'est pas nouveau. Vous comprenez? Nous, ouais, polémique, ça, mais kounya, polémique, là, atteint nos côté, people are getting vicious.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's the first answer for the first question. The second part of the question, Gary Tite Perez lui-même, il t'a toujours appelé tout le monde pour qui ça, il a servi public là. Tout le monde besoin de superstar. What's in it for them? Époque Gary, Fabrice Rousier, Monsieur Sayo, OK? Boulot Valcourt, Claude Marcelin, tout, on pas qu'à citer plusieurs noms. C'était la joie de la musique. Et si nous sommes capables de porter tout ça qu'a fait là, à ça seulement, la joie de la musique. Parce que la musique qu'a fait dehors, je suis capable de dire nous ça, Gary, pas très bien. C'est pour ça le plutôt pas écrit. Si c'est pour ça, pour le faire, pour éviter ça, pour le faire, les dit plutôt pas écrit, Gabi. So, donc on a fait de superstar, on a fait de
views.
Exactement, ça qui paraît. Et puis, compétition, ou ti jamais méchant même, de le. Parce qu'autrefois, tu es there's what they say in English, healthy competition, right? Healthy competition.
Constructive criticism.
Exactly, and constructive criticism also. So that pushed everyone to go outside of their perceived limitations. But nowadays, ou doit prendre plusieurs jazz là, ou prend premier mouvement, deuxième mouvement, ou confuse tout. Because they almost sound alike.
Yeah.
Surtout sur keyboard là.
Exactly.
Donc Gary t'a joué keyboard tout, OK? Il t'a joué drums, il était composé, il était arrangeur, il était producteur, il était produit musique tout. So là, on regarde au monde qui ont talent comme ça que nous perdu dans HMI là, pour moi-même, c'est qu'on coupe cloué qui mourit, un musico qui mourit. Parce que ou attaché non yo à une évolution spécifique de la musique haïtienne.
Exactement.
Définitivement.
Yeah.
So, bon, exactement, j'en t'ai dit tout à l'heure, là, vraiment, si compétition longtemps, c'était dit, puis Scorpio, bon, il est obligé là, il est obligé de composer, arranger toute bagaille bien. Bon, mais kounya là, n'importe qui t'y sort faire, il est tombé sur Internet, et puis bon, les gars, il y a combien de millions de people. Vous comprenez? So, bon, c'est ça, un peu le monde pas comprendre l'impression, de par contre, ça crée le monde qui a talent. Comprendre? Parce que l'on a un talent ou un net, c'est mon bagage qu'on a ni acheté, ni ou un talent là, surtout si femme ou qu'on fait musique. Et bon, pour illustrer ça, nous sommes parlé là, nous avons une petite vidéo, c'est ça?
Oui, pour un petit genre additionner de plus par rapport, c'est pour une raison nous avons demandé à madame Gabrielle pour participer avec nous dans le show. C'est parce que son monde vivent avec les connaît et de caractère tout. Parce que personnalité, ça, au monde, ça, genre de monde, ça, nous perdu en tant que Jean, moi, t'es qu'on Gary, monsieur Soneg, moi, rappelle que les Anglais ont quitté en Haïti pour monsieur au Canada, de justesse, monsieur parti. Ils font raquette, gens qui ont été fait là, pour organiser, puis parti au Canada. Ils pas au courant de ça que t'as fait, et là, on vivre et visa Bali après, elle dit non, il n'est pas déplacé, c'est un homme de caractère. Il dit non, c'est la façon que nous faisons là, moi pas là-dedans. Parce que ça, moi pas d'accord, parce que c'est un pile jeune qui est à l'école, qui est à étudier. Façon que monsieur te fait là, il n'est pas d'accord. Si on est quitté en pile discipline, et c'est pour nous des autres grands qui disent après aux zones, il n'y a pas Gary sous scène. Mais à cause de ça, Gary pas aller participer, aller dans quelques diapos, inviter un artiste, venir faire participer chez monsieur dit non, il n'est pas qu'à faire comme ça, gens que ouais, musique là pour aller de nos jours, il n'est pas mais participer dans cette manière que si c'est pas les écrire qui prend temps pour faire avec des musiciens de talent, tout le monde et Ancito Mercier et Fabrice Ouzier, tant d'autres talents, les autres non pas dans bagaille ça. Et je pense que c'est là que nous venons retrouver nos aujourd'hui et je pense que mon Congari, gens qu'on considère comme coupé cloué sont les gens parce que monsieur était vivant et quand pile monde c'est qu'on y a là on parle ouais importance ça monsieur ça a été fait travail été fait quitter pour nous et c'est pour une des raisons nous parle d'opportunité et dans la vidéo que nous parlons jouer musique et pour nous téka ouais monde ça nous t'a parlé de la dernière performance que le fait avec les Anglais et pas accompagné de Gabi côté il était capable de chanter
et bien les femmes viennent aimer HMI là plus encore oui parce que m'était toujours aimé HMI depuis une jeune fille Haïti mais les femmes viennent aimer HMI là en pile c'est ça qui fait que quel que soit moun moi cap struggle pour paraître toujours disposé pour m'aider moun là à la galerie DJ Perez pour me pousser pour me faire quoi dans tête li parce que nous-mêmes, en tant que peuple, nous sommes un peuple qui est assez exigeant, ok? Et nous facile à critiquer, mais tout le monde a talent, tout le monde a place, et il y a place pour tout le monde. Depuis moi, Georgia, j'ai toujours dit ça.
Je crois que Gary était bien accompagné tout parce qu'on regarde des talents ça que beaucoup là t'as chanté tout vois ça tout Gabi c'était vraiment belle vraiment belle on a sur petite vidéo ça nous n'a pas joué toute et vidéo mais quand même on a une idée de ça comme qui monde qui Gary et monde ça qui parle ensemble avec nous l'entend Gabi tout qui te chanter ensemble avec lui. On a essayé, bon, on n'a pas fait réclame pour Cam, mais quand même, Cam.
C'est comme ça la vie aille, mais ouvrez mes changements, résistance à charger, c'est comme ça. La vie aille, mais ouvrez mes changements, résistance à charger. Des vêtements, des grosses générations, t'as joué une musique qui pas semblé à ça, t'es là. Maman, papa, voilà titi collé, t'as payé, qui côté ça, allez chanter. C'est comme ça. Constat la vie aille, mais ouvrez mes changements, résistance à charger. C'est comme ça la vie aille, mais ouvrez mes changements, résistance à charger. Je dis c'est que nous payons l'ordre, pour nous faire génération nous en danser. Bonne joie tous les jours, nous aller, ouais. Et pourtant, nous pas oublier combat. City, Chiméon, nous allons, oh là là, et puis tant bien ça. Ici, Jean-Foutu, ça. Ça, c'est le moment qui se dit ça. Balancez, j'ai mon combat.
Après, du bon soir avec tout le monde, Gabriel Antoine, ex-madame de Gary Didier Pérez, qui est ensemble avec nous à ce là, qui a fait parler avec nous de monsieur ça, de Icon ça, de monde ça, qui était mettait et compas direct là dans l'autre level. Et je pense que Gary et son monde qui t'a doué joindre des trophées et surtout dans le festival compas. Et je pense que moi proche monsieur ça en pile. Yo t'a dou nourri moun sa yo. Moi c'est Gary t'a fait une interview là tu dis que son seul frère de tout bol. C'est pas Lyon plaque. Ça c'est que il y a des monde que c'est pas jodi, c'est pas parce que on regarde les dernières vidéos ça côté Gary ensemble avec Gabi t'a performé dans soirée. On prend petit temps pour regarder ça parce que après ça nous pas recevoir nous avons l'autre invité pour recevoir après et n'a suivre ça. On regarde ça.
Qui fait confiance pendant 32 ans. Et je dis merci à tout le monde qui a l'école avec moi, qui est dans la salle là, et qui choisit un musicien, qui fait de notre métier. Côté que moi-même, je choisis musicien, mais qui était avec moi pour des années. Même là, je ne parle pas les créoles, je ne parle pas les créoles, parce que personne qui est poussé, et je dis ça prouve que nous plus important dans la vie que moi-même qui vivre. Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour. Et nous applaudissons fort vous-même.
Mais songez, Jean, était content dans chose là. Pourquoi ouais ça là les? Là le monter sur scène.
Well, of course, he was with a queen, so.
Yeah, but. Attendez. Ouais, Jean's yeux lumaient. Ah ouais, he was alive when he was on stage. Ça était le premier show que nous avons fait ici, non? Mais pour nous faire show ça, nous avons grand pile opposition tout. Il y a des gens qui étaient même blessés sous nous pour show.
Wow.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
moi je vais nous comprendre nos bagages et Chema là pas facile. Okay?
Gabby, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Speaking of that, we're just gonna elaborate just a little bit on the negative, and the reason why I'm gonna come with the negative is because public l'anti-gens pas senti au bien et de fait que Gary had a GoFundMe, okay, and I think it was 40,000, and he only raised 7,000.
Okay.
So that goes to show me as well that comment qu'on dit musiciens sont seuls code famille.
Quelle que soit la nationalité.
Exactly. That's an example right there of désunion qui gagne, because I remember the last text that Gary texted me, his last text, and I have it right here, that said, "Oh, Apollon gave him two." That kind of like did a little something to me, but I explained to him and I talked to him. But anyway, this is something that I know that Gary would be coming from him as well, because I had a discussion with him about it as well. Uni pour HMI unir, surtout when there's funding available, funding that's happening to happen for a musician that's in need. Tell us a little bit about that. Just 2 or 3 minutes.
I don't know anything about the GoFundMe. I cannot speak of it. I wasn't there to initiate it, to implement it, or to collect any money. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, but the public is very upset at the amount that was made, that he needed. And some people are feeling that he died, in a way, the 40,000.
Right? Exactement.
So that's another way to tell the public as well, to kind of like they need to really step up when it comes to that.
Et non seulement ça, qu'on a fait, mais l'autre brother Pamela qui me fait monter sous stage là, c'est No Fadada. Et c'est-à-dire que gon bagay qui rive, même là Etiel métro area, pour nous te faire chaud ça à camper, c'est pas 2-3 oppositions de gagner, pas vrai? So, c'est-à-dire que qui l'âge Gary te gagne le ça, pas vrai? C'est-à-dire que what was left of him, il te voulait offrir reste là, right? And as his wife, moi te voulais supporter, elle m'a dit bon, c'est pas que nous pas le faire tourner en rond, bah ça, mais si nous faut petit bagay là, est-ce que ça dérange? Aucunement. Hein? Putain. Moun yo bloqué nous. Yo bloqué nous à droite à gauche.
I remember that.
Comme si c'est même gars arrivé temps qui t'a paraît. It's like, à cet âge, mon n'a pas ou menace pour nous, mes amis. Quittez le fait de musique, quittez le fait de show, même si c'est 50 moun, 100 moun qui viennent, quittez le vivre. Mais même là encore, nous manquons de charité en tant que peuple. OK? Donc, c'est-à-dire que finalement, on me rend compte que si Gary Pérez tape $40,000 pour te joindre, moi-même déjà connais il pas d'abjeune. OK? Il pas d'abjeune. Parce que Haïtien pas bail l'argent les moun ap boité, yo bail l'argent les moun ap courir. OK? Tout son bagay que m'apprendre dans HMI là. All right?
OK.
Et ça me dit net parce que c'est vrai. Vive li.
Et nous connaissons que, malgré qu'on pas mentionné exactement qui maladie, en même temps, c'est insuffisance générale, c'était problème rénal.
Non, mais écoutez, insuffisance rénale, là, il vient de quoi? De diabète là. Diabète là. Mais en tant que musicien, il te remet petit affaire, il te remet petit cigarette là. Cigarette là, il pas de quitter. Nous attendons ça en voile pas de même genre que les voiles longtemps. OK, il y a une note qui était difficile pour les joindre parce que il tellement te fumé et bah yo il affecte corde vocale quoi. OK?
Et par rapport à ça, Martine Tabdia, tous les musiciens sont seuls code famille et dans un moment difficile ça, monsieur te des musiciens et je pense que qui te camp avec par exemple Clinton Benoît, Leslie Rose Brutus Jenglin et monsieur ça te campé là, Ralph Conté et moi c'est que monsieur ça
c'est pour lui.
Qui campe ensemble avec monsieur. Et je pense que des musiciens qui étaient campés là, qui t'ont essayé, ouais, vraiment, qui ça été capable de faire pour être capable d'aider monsieur. Mais malheureusement, c'est comme ça, monsieur passé. Et
oui. Il faut une cause pour la mort, n'est-ce pas?
C'est ça, c'est ça.
Nous, chaque là, nous pas contre qui l'on doit aller, mais cependant, autant que nous ça dépend de nous pour nous capables de supporter l'autre monde, fais-le. Et fais-le avec tout cœur, pas faire parce qu'on besoin de paraître, ou besoin de servir à ça pour. Anyway.
C'est ça. Alors, Gabi, nous disons merci parce que la prochaine mandat, que nous recevons dans le studio Meli Melo et nous déjà bonne invitation parce que la communauté a aimé parler avec vous. Non plus seulement, c'est pas mon capable ou gain talent là tout, c'est un artiste et tout. Et parce que la communauté a dû supporter parce que émotionnellement, au besoin ça, parce que nous la Meli Melo, nous la pour vous. Et
non, comme ça.
Contacter à Martine, qui manage nous, ou bien à Sabine, ou bien Oudi, et même moi-même. Et nous là pour nous-mêmes, et n'importe le côté, mais venir font parler avec la communauté, porte là ouvrir pour vous. Nous disons merci. Sous ta dernier mot, côté aimé dit à la communauté, et Gary, ou pensez que tu as dit un bagage. Qui ça t'a pied à ça?
Pour qu'on ça Gary te remédie en nous à l'aise.
Alors,
et mon bagage que m'ta remé partager avec nous gain you monde que nous là sur stage là c'est nos fadada et donc moi fait partie de management team li parce que un groupe là que n'a travaillé avec lui qui les apporte.
Ouais.
Donc les apporte donc so management team de nous quatre qui gagnent nos besoins d'apports avancés. Et tout ceci m'a fait parce que c'est pas, et si on a fait bagage, c'est pour gagner l'argent ou pas, je me fais rien. OK? M'a fait parce que j'ai talent dans la ville là, j'ai talent, j'ai moun qui chercher percer, et faut nous suspendre à faire bloquer moun à droite à gauche là. C'est ça m'd'a remédie. Bah, ça faut le finir, mes amis. Tout le monde a place yo.
Et groupe ça, nous avons une invitation spéciale comme c'est vous-même cap manager qui est ensemble avec eux. Nous avons là ensemble avec eux dans le studio la prochaine fois que nous avons une invitation à eux-mêmes.
Ça viendra. Parce que HMI là, n'a poussé devant. Quelles que soient les circonstances, n'a poussé devant la HMI.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Gabby, for accepting our invitation. And like we said, next time you will be at the studio. Okay, thank you so much.
On nous à l'aise. Ok.
Ce bail qu'on a dit que Mounio nous connaît que funéraire c'est samedi. Est-ce qu'il y a bon link qu'on mettez
funéraire c'est le 12 oui.
Le 12. Vendredi 12 oui. Est-ce que nous ca remotely est-ce que là sur YouTube ou bien
non, on connaît pour partir ça. Donc m'a renseigné pour nous. Si son bagage qu'a fait live parce que c'est New Jersey que l'a fait. OK?
Ouais.
Bon.
Merci quand même. Eh bien, Abdi Gary, en bas la terre, ça finit.
And we want to
also ça finit, non? Ça finit.
Ça finit, yes.
En bas la terre. Tu vois, qu'il repose en paix.
C'est ça.
Tout ça, t'es capable. Gardez toute joie qu'à chanter. That's the Gary I miss very much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Sandra.
Madame Sandra Lucie.
All right, good.
You know I love you, Bouboule. Thank you, everyone. Merci, Martine.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Nous prenons entrer directement là parce que nous avons Riceman qui c'est un promoteur ici qui a présenté le groupe Zafem qui vient pour performer ici à week-end ça. Et je pense que c'est pour la troisième fois que Zafem a venu ici et nous allons recevoir Zafem et nous allons recevoir le promoteur pour nous capables de faire un petit break et puis nous allons prendre quelques bonnes minutes.
Have you ever found yourself embarking on a new construction or renovation project only to feel overwhelmed by the lack of expertise and time to manage it effectively? The solution you've been seeking is right here. I am Sabine Apollon, the founder and CEO of Aniba Consulting, with over 2 decades of experience in design, construction, and commercial real estate. I'm your dedicated partner in success. I'll assist you in identifying and navigating the intricate details of your project, dealing with local jurisdictions, coordinating with general contractors and subcontractors, even managing schedules and budgets. It all can become daunting and time-consuming. At Aniba Consulting, we specialize in making projects, small or complex, manageable and stress-free. We act as your advocates throughout the entire process, safeguarding both your financial and personal interests. Helping you deliver your perfect project is our top priority. Together, we will bring your vision to life.
One of the culture's greatest performers as they continue to deliver unforgettable moments. And on September 13th, they return to Atlanta. Le Rendezvous ATL presents the Trilogy Concert. Get ready for Sabine. Sabine returns for their first Atlanta performance of 2025. This will be a star-studded event Saturday, September 13th at Essence Venue, 5439 Riverdale Road. It's Sabine Live with music by DJ Dr. Sound and DJ Next One, hosted by DJ Massive. Admission is $60 in advance. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. Doors will open at 10 p.m. For info and VIP, call 917-279-9478 or 917-207-5005. This September 13th inside of Essence. Be there.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Et c'est un plaisir encore pour nous retrouver nous. Et dans le dernier segment, ça, et Tchema est là, nous allons recevoir 2 promoteurs, 2 mondes qui mettent ensemble pour la communauté et plaisir. Et puis, mener un gros chaîne Tonton Diaz. Nous connaissons qu'à font un travail extraordinaire dans Tchema est là, en parlant du groupe Zafem. Cap Vini Boïsia, c'est pour 3e fois que le groupe a venu performer Boïsia. Nous avons Riceman et Roussel et 2 messieurs qui mettent tête ensemble, qui a présenté Zafem samedi 13 septembre et ici en Atlanta, c'est dans Essence et dans le club qui est arrivé there. Et à ce moment-là, nous parlons recevoir Roussel, c'est pas vrai? Russell. On dit en français, en créole. Russell, bonsoir, comment vous êtes?
Merci beaucoup. I thank you guys for having me tonight.
Hi, Russell.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Can you see me?
I can, I can only, now I can see you. Now I can see you both. Wonderful. Thank you for having me tonight. Thanks, man. It is a pleasure to be here tonight. I can't thank you guys enough.
All right. I think Riceman's trying to join too, but I think he's having some video issues. But welcome. I think the countdown is here.
Yep.
I think we've been anticipating this event for Zafem to be returning to Atlanta. So we are excited. So tell us what we can expect.
So, well, basically, this is the 3rd time that they're coming back to Atlanta. That's why we call it the trilogies. C'est la 3e fois. Première fois, nous avons fait une collaboration avec HKP, and then the second time, it was a different promoter qui était venu avec eux l'année dernière. Et puis, so, nous avons continué ça sur même mois de septembre pour nous mener au bac. So that's why we have them coming back September 13. It should be a spectacular night. You know, they come only once a year, so I can almost feel the anticipation rising because of the fact that they're only here for once a year, I should say. So we're looking forward to having them. We're looking forward to the community. We definitely want to thank the community for supporting us. myself and Rice Man, and that's how come we created the name Le Rendezvous ATL, because it's not just a reflection of us; it's a reflection of the community that's coming out to support us.
Ok, c'est comment que, et nous connaissons que Jazz a rentré peut-être dans vendredi soir, la pente ici, et comment il a préparé pour avoir une belle performance. Nous connaissons que Zafem, c'est une formation musicale actuellement, son mon besoin d'entendre des bonnes musiques, c'est Zafem que comment ticket est de qui côté nous gain ticket, côté nous vraiment qu'al point ticket à la dernière minute.
Okay, so obviously nous gain Eventbrite. N'importe là nous quand on téléphone nous quand acheter ticket sur Eventbrite. Nous gain iLounge in Marietta qui get ticket aussi. Nous gain Ole, obviously everyone knows Ole. It's been there for the longest in the community. Get ticket l'autre bois. Over by Lawrenceville, gain Solani's Lakai restaurant. Nous gain aussi Citadel Bakery and Cuisine qui dans Lawrenceville aussi où quand je ticket l'autre bois. Et puis finalement le Essence venue ou quand je ticket. Moi t'ai parlé avec met Spice Caribbean Spice. I swear, actually, just before I got on the show, monsieur dit monsieur n'oubliez nous pas la ticket bon moi, but moi les pour moi des tickets parce qu'il y a plein de monde qui m'a demandé un ticket sur Bouboule là aussi in Marietta. So demain matin I'll get up and I'll go drop off some tickets as well.
So, Russell, let me ask you, in reference to because I know you guys have a map, you're going to map the VIP ou bien the map your seating arrangements. Is that still going on? And how is the process for the VIP? Because usually I know in the past, it's been a little issues here and there. So can you tell us what the arrangement is for the VIP this time again?
Okay, so basically, when we first learned to commencer process, it was just simply to show everyone, giving them the choice to be able to sit up front and in the back, sit in the corner, depending on in fact, we're going to update the map tonight because in order for us to put you on the map, il faut qu'on voit un deposit to be paid in full in order for that to happen. So tonight we'll be able to update based on the deposits and all the payments that I've gotten, and then we'll be able to update that on our website. On our Instagram and Facebook. We'll go ahead and post it demain matin pour nous.
Ok. Ça c'est que est-ce que a gagné et mon qui achète ticket à la dernière minute là, est-ce que parfois est-ce que mon ça yo, est-ce que prix a toujours même prix? Est-ce que ça peut changer n'importe là? Parce que parfois que nous avons une chance pour acheter ticket avec un prix. Actuellement, combien de tickets a? Est-ce que là, mon arrivé devant porte là, le prix a pas changé?
Je suis bien content que vous posez une question ça, parce que là, nous avons fait commencer, nous toujours tout le monde chance pour acheter un ticket at an early bird price. Vous avez dit là, so nous avons commencé à $50, you know, but I guess d'après culture nous, tout le monde veut la dernière minute pour prendre un ticket, so $50 un ticket. $50 ticket, nous sommes obligés de couper les 2 semaines. Last week, nous avons coupé les. So, qu'on a les $60. Nous avons coupé $60 à nous avons dit qu'à 8h du soir, nous avons coupé le samedi soir, à 8h du soir, et puis nous avons chargé $80 à la porte.
C'est-à-dire que ticket $50,
il est fini.
C'est toujours là.
Non, il est fini parce que nous avons depuis 3 mois pour tout le monde qui a acheté ticket $50.
Ça veut dire que ticket à $80 actuellement.
Yeah, parce que non, ticket à $60 qu'on a. Samedi soir à 8h avant balle là, on a coupé ticket online et puis la $80 à la porte.
On a acheté ticket au Kounia.
Please.
Bien content pour mentionner. Parce que il y a des gens qui ne comprennent pas ça. C'est business qu'a fait. Il y a tout event qu'on va aller, n'importe quoi, dans match football, ou pas les tickets commencent à un certain prix. Et vous doit avoir premier mois, deuxième mois, troisième mois, l'arrivée, au dernière minute, 1 semaine qui était, où un ticket ça vient presque $900. Vous n'avez pas lâché ticket à $400 qu'on a $900. C'est comme ça business fait. Nous même ici, nous pas adapter nous avec système de monsieur qui a monté prix balle là, c'est bagage sujet. Faut de nous apprendre connaître ces business qu'a fait, c'est comme ça business fait, c'est pas promoteur qui changer les bonnes chances, opportunité pour t'acheter ticket à $50 ou pas acheter à $50. Quand on a ticket à $60, quand on a 80, c'est ou même c'est choix pour on est cap sorti et c'est belle pour te acheter ticket pour ménage pour madame non pas une bail comprendre et que vous avez fait mal, votre fait mal, ou pas sortir encore, parce que c'est à $80, monsieur. Fait barrer au bonheur. Là, ça, mon cap fait là pour mon tapis de un head count, combien de monde que la gagné dans soirée.
Yes. So Russell, moun ki bougie comme Russell, moun ki bougie comme is there his VIP still or just open seats or just open tickets?
Okay, so this is what we do. I've had a couple of people who wanted some type of special arrangements, and I'm here to accommodate whatever it is that you want. So I will do my best to make it happen. So what we did, we created a special offset price for them where they can have a table to sit down and still enjoy the night and things of that nature. I have a guest that's sitting by herself and she paid full price, and she's having just food and everything that we're going to add into the pricing that we give her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Comment tout le monde est?
Alors, la semaine bon, monsieur. La semaine attend grand, mon bon créole, lui. La semaine comment? Welcome to Meli Melo.
Bien content nous recevoir ma soya. Salut tout le monde.
Thank you.
Awesome.
OK. Avant poser ma question.
Sur vidéo, mais quand même, elle nous sait parler. Hello?
Oui, OK, m'attendez soit de dire.
Just talk.
Go ahead, you
Hello?
can speak. Ou met parler,
Okay. Oh, mais parler? OK.
Oui.
M'am gen côté mi m'a un problème, pas attendez bien. OK, vous te posez ma question?
Non, go ahead. Tu dit qu'on va besoin de dire avant que tu poses des questions.
Yeah.
OK, on va quand même dire lately, on connaît tout fait qu'a fait un problème. Fait que commencer tard. You know bagay, m'songe première fois là nous te fait affaire nan début nan show. Nous te parlé de ça, nous dit comme ça la fête l'a commencé à un certain time. This time again, I want everybody to know we're going to start at 12 o'clock. M'pa vle aucun fête a commencé à 1h du matin, 2h du matin. Faites ça, m'pa parler à Zafem sont jazz qui très disciplinés. M'a parler avec eux. Fête là commencer à minuit. So m'a encourager tout le public là.
So Riceman, so the Zafem is going to be performing at midnight, but the doors open at 10, so we're having a DJ beforehand, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you realize most of these events, even though the door opens at 10, they don't start till 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
That has to
and
stop.
this is acceptable to me.
Right.
So
Bon, à least be honest.
Right, exactly.
Au point de qui dit que il déjà dit ou que à quelle heure que
Jazz la abjoué à minuit.
So the DJ is going to play for 2 hours?
I mean, the door opens at 12, you know, haïtien. Et laisse ça commence à baigner. Et même comme il laisse ça quitter la caille à 11h30. So DJ a commencé je vais 10h30, 10h45.
Okay.
But jazz là a joué à minuit.
Okay.
I plan to get an hotel at 11 à minuit for you hit the stage.
Okay.
So sound check is happening beforehand, right?
Yes, sound check is happening on Friday.
Friday, remember they come in Friday night.
Et Riceman, je connais que
yep.
Et nous même Wachol, je pense que là, on parle de nous entend ça et pour quelle raison que nous pas essayé. Bon, il y a deux belles hosts là. Nous pas de payer une mesdames ça, on est capable de from 10 to 12, you know, on se parle avec mon yo, et parce que that we go host.
No, it's not too late. It's not too late. We're here to be flexible. It's not too late.
Et non, c'est que là, même j'ai dit, tu apprends contre si chocho, but at least mesdames yo là, deux belles mesdames.
Non, moi ça, deux belles mesdames vraiment. That's true.
Exactement. Pour host mon, quand même elle a envie. Parce que monsieur, nous mentionnons, parce que c'est un problème qui était présenté l'année dernière, c'est ça l'année dernière même, Il y a des médias parfois qui reprochent, qui disent que il n'y a pas une invitation pour aller en bal. Moi, toujours dis, invitation pour bal, c'est bon bagay que yo ta doué faire dans le sens que on connaît grand peu de médias ici, il y a 2-3 médias ici qui sont très connus. Et est-ce que nous voyons une invitation ou bien que si on paraît à la porte, lui dire que c'est tel média lié, qui process que le doit gagner pour l'entrée dans le bal ça, qui ça le doit faire, est-ce que vraiment nous voyons 4 n'importe média nous inviter pour venir participer dans la soirée ça?
Okay, allow me to answer that. Once again, this is a business, and we're here to make sure we're here to reflect the community. Do you understand me? So the only way to do that is through media as well. You know, there is a process as well. Anyone who wishes to reach out to us and say, hey, Russell, Riceman, we're going to see me jam fait, ndaime invitation pour venir faire coverage pour Bala. I have no problem with that. We're willing to accommodate anyone. The only thing I ask is that we do things in order so that it's organized and there's not any kind of chaos going on. So I'm willing to, once again, if it is one person that's coming in with a camera crew or whatever the case might be, let's limit it to a certain amount of people so that we're not, going overboard. But at the same time, once again, this whole event is here to reflect the community.
That's it. Thank you.
Everybody's welcome. Like, let me think about what Russell said. Moi-même, je ne pas contre toutes les médias qui sont dans la communauté, but je connais, je parle à Meli Melo, Fritz reach out to me, Fritz gonna live stream en dedans. Et puis, even, je connais, la première fois nous avons fait des affaires, nous avons un petit problème avec Chenet. Even Chenet, m'a adressé Chenet et puis m'invité Chenet. Personnellement, m'a dit, nous disons que c'est pas qui t'est passé, let it be water under the bridge, let's move on. As a community, you are invited to come. So I'm invited as well. So,
which we did.
On pas de problème. On pas de bifar que monde, c'est communauté à nous représenter, c'est communauté à nous servir. Même si on va faire, nous essayer de faire nos différentes lignes.
Very good job.
Yes, absolutely.
OK. Par contre, si nous avons un dernier mot à ajouter, monsieur, je pense qu'un peu on a fait déplacement, je pense que VIP déjà, je pense que presque rempli, il y a des gens qui ont opportunité, même là, on parle d'un gros VIP, ou qui doit payer de plus pour gagner un single site, c'est ça? Est-ce que ça est toujours disponible?
We're trying our best to see how we can, like, if someone comes by themselves, if they want to be seated, because I think at some point, nous capable faire un table que pour chaque monde paye un petit bail extra, and we can put them at that little area. Now, it all depends. Some people like to sit with others. Some people like to sit alone. So it's a little complicated right now.
Et ma problème, soit de VIP seul, pas de drink, et pas inclus drink, c'est juste qu'on paye pour site là seulement de plus pour Chita.
Ça dépend, right?
Actually,
that is correct. Ça dépend.
Okay, actually, one second, Walter. Let's say watch some VIP just for sitting. Even today, I'm about to do okay, I don't want to just give you seating. Let's say a real VIP, we're going to pay $150 per. Si vous payez $100 pour un bon côté pour Chita, ticket à includé, ma boy de l'eau, ma boy soda pour ma boy included. Ou pas besoin de liquor, but my boy
That's nice.
Regular, beverage.
That's very nice.
Yeah, plus ice and just bag of besoin, just pas besoin d'alcool. That's it.
OK.
All right. Well,
on dit que Larry et nous dit que bon, et monsieur merci parce que nous pas continuer le dernier mot à pas ajouter et pour bon, on va connaître monsieur si que nous gagne quelques bon on dit non qu'à font parler de plus et bon 5 minutes de plus et Martine par contre si vous avez une question à poser à monsieur et à ceux-là parce que nous pas venir longtemps Martine. Parlez Martine.
Well, that was my main question. Parce que je connais bagay VIP qui toujours issue avec mesdames yo k'ap vinn avec bel talent qui quitte yo. You know what I mean? So at this point right now, we need to establish seating for, especially for the ladies qui pa ka camper. That's really important to me parce que c'est juste plein ça que moi kon gagner. I'm going to say something else qui ont ti jan pa gen rien pour directement avec Zafem, but I'm saying it because there has been some issues in the past, and I would hope that you guys make sure that tout bagay correct with the bathroom.
Okay, So
Okay.
let me speak on that. You guys know my background. I've owned my own restaurant out here in Georgia as well. I've been in the hospitality industry for over 30 years. So one of the first things that everywhere you go, they always criticize you on your bathroom. The venue is not our venue. If it was my venue, I can assure you, for those of you who've been to Coconut Grill, I can honestly say I do my best to put my best foot forward in that aspect. So when it comes to the bathroom, I will have a conversation with the owners and the managers of the venue to make sure that on their end, there is adequate paper, there's adequate toilet tissue, there's adequate soap and things of that nature. But in addition to that, every 30 minutes, just like anywhere else you go, there should be someone rotating around the clock to make sure that it's kept throughout the night. Logo on place qui gagne n'importe 500, 600, 700, 800 moun, ou that's supposed to moun qui, if not in the bathroom, that is paid to be in the bathroom. Because, for example, where I manage, I have, when it's busy nights, I have bathroom attendants that we pay to make sure that the bathroom stays clean, you know, in addition to the things that they sell, gum, perfume, cologne, whatever it is that they can sell, you know, things like that. But the cleanliness of the bathroom, like you said, especially for female, is very important. I'll reach out to the owners and see how we can best accommodate it. Once again, I'm here to do my best to put my best foot forward so that we can show, you know, as not only just as us, but as a community. That same night, we want to show that this is how we represent ourselves as Haitian.
Yeah, I just mentioned it because that's been a major issue in the past, you know, so I just want to make sure that the public is aware that you guys are on top of it.
Right. Absolutely. I'm happy. And
I didn't know that, so I'm glad you put that.
Yeah.
That up. So I didn't,
okay.
Can I have one more one more tip? Can they make sure that the AC is running? How about that?
Okay, so I'm going to comment on that as well. Okay, so here's what happens. A lot of times when these venues are built out, right, they don't have they say they have the true the correct unit.
BTUs and the heat load.
BTUs, that's correct. I'm happy you used those words because I didn't want to use those terms that not everyone understands. But after a while, what happens is that if the place is not designed for like the way it is, it's like there's so many people in the building that the body count creates this massive heat, unfortunately, that it's just the only way to really address that is to have a much bigger unit, which of course is rather expensive. So it's up to the venue to see, hey, how do we make this as comfortable as possible that they can get more repeat business by investing in the building as well. Now, I will mention that Essence has done a great, and I will thank them profusely. Essence has done a great job with making sure that they do their best in terms of not only the whole place in their setup, the VIP setup, the stage, the sound. They have a kitchen back there that's fully functional. They have a bar that's fully functional. They even added extra fans all around the inside as well to kind of help cool the place down. So I will give him that credit. You know, hats off to him, Funds Fortune, for doing that.
Are you ready to announce who's going to be the caterer for you?
Oh, wow.
Or is that up in the air?
No.
If it's up in the air, leave it. It's
No,
okay.
no, it's not up in the
I
air.
know some people are interested in food and always, you know,
Yes, Cafe. So listen, I first and foremost, I support everyone in the community. Every restaurant that is Haitian known, I've been there. I go there and I make sure I let it be known that I'm a true supporter, being the fact that I'm in the industry as well.
I can vouch for that.
No, thank you. Nous t'ai choisi Daphne as the
that's fine.
Ok. Moi connais que formation ça, groupe ça, Zafem, c'est un groupe qui a pile discipline. Et essence là, il y a une section VIP que parfois que c'est là que musiciens connaissent chita avant que yo al performer.
Yes.
Mais un peu le monde qui compte toujours à essayer entrer dans section ça. Et parfois que même là c'est média tout, faudrait que nous t'a adressé avec promoteur avant parce que c'est pas tout le monde qui t'a doué gain accès à section VIP. Et parfois que gen monde qui pense que moun yo malhonnête, les audio sorti et parfois même au sécurité qu'on campé devant, moun yo qu'on demander puis entrer, le sécurité a dit non et parfois moun yo persister pour entrer. Comment capable font-ils parler?
I'm going to actually speak for that. Russell, you probably don't even need to speak. I'm going to speak for Russell. That's not going to happen on Russell's watch.
Okay.
Period.
Non, c'est parce que je connais ça.
Yeah, you get it. Russell is very structured when it comes to that. That's something that I know is okay.
Parce que
but you can make a comment, but I know that on your watch, you're very, very anal when it comes to security.
Well, let me say this. I've hosted different types of artists, not just Haitian artists, but in my industry, I've had different types of artists. And even when I'm walking through a crowd of 800 to 1,000 people in this building that I am right now, we are very structured as to where, first and foremost, the timing of the artists coming in, where they're being placed before they're actually on the side of the public, and when they are in the side of the public, where exactly they're being placed. I surround them with security, and it's not to be rude or nasty. It is to simply show there's a boundary. You know, if the artist, such as I've hosted Usher here before, if he happens to want to walk through the crowd and speak to people, that's fine. But in the meantime, if he needs that time for himself, we will definitely allow that, you know? So that's the same thing, the same courtesy for Zafem as well. So it's a matter of, yes, I understand that get fanatic dehors qui t'a aimé faire un photo by comme ça. Si monsieur, si nègre vle, that's fine. If they don't wish to, if they don't want to entertain it while they focus on the entertainment part that they're about to have for the evening, we're going to make sure that happens as well.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Thank you for that as well.
Yeah, you know, I know.
Okay, guys, merci que là. Et ma contre si Weissman t'a additionné un dernier bagage dans ça que nous sommes parlé là. Weissman toujours là?
In the past, let's after evening, I don't know if you guys know, Fun, he has 2 extra suites. So what we did not use that VIP that most bands use. We paid extra to have that room for the band.
Yeah.
So the band is away from that room. So, ou pas d'abord ouais ben non parce que nous t'es loué une suite français gain yo et là nous mettez ben yo après que même pas ça n'a fait encore. Yo pas dans chambre toujours ouais, on a metté dans chambre derrière.
Okay.
C'est d'accord que c'est si ben non choisi pour faire photo interact with the audience, that's on them, but nous même n'a garanti au sécurité, n'a garanti pour gain privacy yo, so ça est job pas nous on a délivré. Nan même bagarre là m'pa menti, m'a parler avec yo m'a boire, si m'de ka faire you fait connaissance à Meli Melo, that's something I'm working on and I'll let you guys know, okay? I'll let you guys know.
Please, we would love that.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, say it.
Say it.
I was going to say the representative from Meli Melo that night will be Sabine. So, you know, just to bring it, you know, so that you could be aware when you see Sabine that she's the representative of Meli Melo. So,
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, so
what
did
you say?
I said, how can you say no to that smile?
All right, guys, thank you. Merci pour ça qu'on a fait parce que nous connaissons un qui pas vraiment facile. On peut monter dans un groupe comme ça. Ça fait qui coûte un pile. So, monsieur. Parce que quand pile, on capable des affaires là.
On va aller. Et pas même. Kounya là, besoin pour mon cap suivre la capacité de. Pas just groupe la share encore non. When I realized this time doing that firm, et pas faute mon yo, pas gain l'argent de yo.
Exactly. Yeah.
Les groupes la paye yo, ou ap charge yo, kounya la pour try pour passer cost là to the public. Et puis mon n'a pas gain cob, son bagay qui vient difficile. Donc, dernière fois, c'est que l'argent dans la ria, on a plein l'argent. But right now, en plus, on a plein. So, là, pour une responsabilité pour faire un groupe comme ça venir, that's a big risk. Vous comprenez ça? Right now, vous ne pouvez pas même break even.
Yeah.
It's just you doing, hoping you're gonna break even. So, maintenant des peuples là, maintenant des publics Atlanta pour qu'ils supportent, non parce que c'est pas un bagage facile. Et pas n'importe monde qui a fait ben ça. M'a campé là, me dit ça pas n'importe monde parce que it's very costly.
Yeah.
And especially dealing with people not having money. Tout bagage c'est négocier pour descendre pour ya. So, merci nous tout pour inviter nous dans ce show. And m'a pour nous tout samedi. Merci en pile.
Yes. Well, Bryceman and Russell, I want to commend you for just being on the show. That's number one. And number two, just really understanding the climate right now in our community and willing to do special arrangements for those who want to come and don't have the $300 to be VIP, but you're willing to give them accommodations to come. So I commend you for your leadership. I commend you for your creativity and just really your love for the community. So I look forward to being there on Saturday.
We look forward to having you guys. And also we want to thank the entire community for being able to come out and support us. Just like you said, it's tough time, but we want to be flexible to make sure that we can still celebrate our culture during those tough times as well.
That's right. And have fun. How about that?
Have fun. That's right.
Moi, c'est que tout l'autre promoteur tout, soirée, ça c'est pas seule soirée et de monsieur ça recueillier. Moi, c'est tout promoteur t'a dû venir tout ben monsieur support. Venir montrer monsieur que nous apprécions. Venir, ce travail là, c'est pour une seule cause que lié. C'est pour mettre ambiance, c'est pour faire communauté à sortir et venir ben monsieur support.
I'm sorry. Let me just jump in one last thing. I want to thank the entire promoters of Atlanta who has really been behind us. Negio supported nous completely. You know what I'm saying? You have Coach, you have Junior Design, you have Mitsuka, you have Osei from iLounge, you know, you have Carlito, you have Carl Santibon. They all have been behind us. Negio supported nous to make sure that this, because they understand the burden of this. You know, Melampi Shai Paluso. Yo tout yo on pas pour yo pour ça aider nous supporter ça.
And also a big thank you to Meli Melo for the promotion.
Exactly.
Our manager talking, right?
Last but not least.
Faut remercier tout le monde ou pas songer tout parce que gagner les offres là ça gagner l'on pas songer non monde.
That's true.
Tout le monde tout
c'est vrai, tout le monde vraiment.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good night, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes. Right. Et nous disons, tout le monde merci qui t'a suivi chose ça et nous dit tout commanditaire, tout le monde qui rend chose ça possible. Nous dit merci à Studio Radio Grâce, surtout à directeur et Radio ça en parlant de CS, nous dit merci. Et puis tout et monde qui supporte les choses ça qui bon nous support tout fanatique Meli Melo bourgeoise Myriam bon non mon manager monde que notamment saluer là Walner Papada équipe et Cap Carnian et équipe tout autre monde qui compte camper des Meli Melo qui ben Meli Melo support nous dit merci parce que chose ça c'est un show communauté accueilli pas oublier gros gala c'est le 8 novembre que Meli Melo a présenté gala ensemble avec Sœur Heidi, qui a célébré le 20e anniversaire. C'est en collaboration ensemble avec Sœur Heidi. Meli Melo a essayé de travailler ensemble avec eux pour faire 20e anniversaire. On succès dans la communauté parce que la majorité du temps, gala, ça compte fait. C'est pas vraiment grand pile haïtien, c'est plus étranger. Et Sœur Heidi sont une organisation qui a aidé en Haïti. Et son côté que Rupipa gon kay dans zone sacrée les Gambois et je pense que c'est dans zone ça côté organisation ça l'établi et n'a gagné et dans soirée ça des artistes qui passaient de présentation et qui vraiment c'est même j'en étais capable si monsieur ça les pas mourir et Gary Didier Pérez je pense qu'il est capable dans soirée ça c'est un monde de valeur monde comme ça tout non même dans le cadre monde ça yo on parler de Claude Maslin. On parlait de Freddy, de Top Vice, c'est Jean de monde ça avec Bouillou et je pense que Amboise et je pense que Jean de monsieur ça et c'est monde que au tard mais chita là qu'elle pour attendre et son soirée classique et son soirée que capabilité tout le monde va parler de lui et me connaît équipe la fait pile effort pour ouais vraiment comment tu as fait soirée ça différent pour communauté ta envie sortir encore peut-être l'année prochaine tu as un gonga là comme ça mais pour le fait les mandats pile mais ça c'est que nous gagne Sabine qui représente Severi qui représente Meli Melo tout mais Severi c'est eux même qui a l'honneur nous gagne équipe Meli Melo nous gagne manager qui là avec nous à tout qui a invité tout le monde soirée c'est $150 c'est menu vraiment c'est nous avons plusieurs artistes et puis c'est un bel hôtel. Donc, on a plus d'informations de soirée là. Est-ce que Sabine ou bien Martine capable de parler de soirée ça gala? On a pas 5 minutes. Est-ce que ça va?
Oui, bon, même pas c'est fait, mais on pas le faire. Mais en tout cas, tout le monde voit que Jean shooté sous moi pour mon grand. Tandis que moi, je viens là spécialement pour make sure que vous pas oublier que dans le commencement maintenant, c'était fait, monsieur Salah. Pour tout le monde dit happy birthday, happy birthday. Ouais, ça, Hein? Pas de problème. Comme c'était fait, tout le monde quitte ça passer.
D'abord, tout le monde merci tout qui te prend temps pour te souhaiter une bonne fête. Équipe Meli Melo à tout et qui te campé, manager, qui te écrit, moi gagné. Sabine Apollon et qui fait communication pour Meli Melo, qui te prend temps, écrit tout, frème. Rupipa, par contre, comme monsieur, ça fait lever 5h du matin avec la guette pour montrer que c'est les mêmes campeurs qui dit Bouboule, et bonne fête. Et me dit madame, moi, petite fille, moi, et tout l'autre monde qui te souhaité une bonne fête, Zami, Radio Grâce, tout, qui était comme belle flyer, qui t'a mentionné bonne fête à Bouboule, me dit yes, merci. Et toute communauté a montré que tu es vraiment supporté, tu souhaité une bonne fête. Et me dit nous merci beaucoup, gâteau bien pour couper, mais pas week-end ça, peut-être dans le jour à venir. Et ma le manager ça l'a planifié pour
moi-même, seul bagage me vient rendez-vous vendredi.
Vendredi
ça. On fait un bel show. Un bel bagage dans Highland.
Highland, c'est deuxième. Donc, on est que c'est chaque deuxième
vendredi du mois.
Oui, mais c'est pas nous, c'est le deuxième vendredi du
mois.
Combat Fridays. Yes.
Combat Fridays.
Yes.
OK. Avec Kizumba, mon qui veut prendre le son. Parlez non.
Non, on a dit en plus, nous avons Kizumba qui a commencé à 10h.
Vendredi ça.
Vendredi ça. That's right.
Donc, Highland Restaurant, vin by Meli Melo, c'est soirée Meli Melo. C'est un bail que nous faisons chaque deuxième vendredi du mois. Et c'est dans Highland. Côté que nous avons Kizomba, Compa Night et son social night, nous avons fait premier acte qui ont réussi. Il y a plus de monde qui est sorti. Je pense que là, 20 Meli Melo support, c'est $20 l'entrée.
Oui, $20.
Et puis là, pendant c'est Kizomba.
Oui, parce que vendredi, c'est un qu'on équipe football qui a joué. On vient chauffer dans vendredi pour aller jouer match samedi. Vous comprenez?
On va bien danser dans samedi.
On va bien danser dans les affaires. So, on me dit tout le monde, venez relax. Il y a une belle température, là, il y a un paquet d'espace qu'on y a là. À lunch, it's going to be every second Saturday of the month.
That's right.
Make sure you meet in the calendar.
Et bon, regardez.
It's not Saturday, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday the 12th.
Friday the 12th. Je pense que il y a mon tout. Si on a même, il y a ice cream tout, là, l'autre bois là. Il y a ice cream, on s'aime tout.
Quand ça ne monte pas. Bon, on a clôturé, hein?
Oui.
D'accord?
Est-ce que vous pas salué à soi ou pas? Il y a mon cabri pour chaud.
Bon, téléphone me bat, mais moi.
Téléphone me bat, ok.
Quittez le dehors. Tout le monde qui prend rendez-vous, qui te monte sur le website Meli Melo, n'a dit tout le monde, merci beaucoup. Tant pis encore, partagez show. Et nous parlons de gens que est-ce que nous faisons un premier website parce que nous avons une que nous avons fait. Ok, parce que nous make sure que nous tous partager show ça là. Et nous gagnons show sur YouTube tout. Et puis, rendez-vous chaque lundi, 7h, 9h.
Et pour, si vous avez quelqu'un qui contacté Meli Melo, qui est en contact avec nous, qui est pour publicité, c'est ça qui a des choses à envie. Et contacter moi-même, et personnellement, c'est Martine Claude et Sabine Apollon, c'est mon soeur, nous avons contacté. Ni pour promotion tout.
Promotion, sponsorship, advertisement, all of that. We're here for it.
Yep. J'aime dire, gala, Anissa, nous pouvons faire gala pas noir. Ah, pas. Mon poivre son
bagage. Qui côté? Pourquoi tu parles de gala? Qui côté la fête?
Villa Christina in Perimeter, the Hyatt. Nous gagnons chambre que nous, we blocked out rooms. So ou a besoin de sous-boîte ou just roll into bed. You don't even have to get in your car. So,
rolling to bed. I like that.
That's right. We can carry you. So it's going to be starting at 6:00. We are very strict about time. We have a cocktail hour, and then we go right into our event, right into the program, and we are looking to be finished by 11:00.
Thank you.
Prix ticket will commencer à $150 per person. We also have tables available at a discounted price if you want to buy 10 seats. Yes. All of that is on our QR code and on our website. There's sponsorship levels that you can have plenty of marketing for your companies and promotions within our Serve Haiti as well. And again, as well as with Meli Melo. So it's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to be a formal, so you guys can get dressed.
with your sequins, with your diamonds, with your gowns, with your tuxedos. This is all going to be a very different event and gala.
Very good.
Et ça qui est intéressant, après gala, après le meet and greet.
Yes.
Donc, le monde qui n'a pas de chance et fait photo avec artiste, le monde qui n'a pas de chance faire photo ensemble avec Martin Claude, le monde qui n'a pas de chance faire photo ensemble avec Sabine, on pourra pas Bouboule et Rupipa à parler dans High Lounge après ça, puis à meet and greet. Ouais. C'est direction High Lounge là qui mentionne que rendez-vous après gala, c'est dans Lounge que la vie.
Mais nous avons seulement voulu rappeler avant de faire, mais les gens qui ont une compagnie, qui ont acheté table, qui veulent sponsor, pas oublier que sponsorisation, nous, les taxes deductible, je combien de fois pour me dire ça, ou qu'à claim dans fin année, ce qui veut dire c'est pas encore bout de jeter comme ça. Ou prenez une table, deux tables, dans fin année, you know, we'll give you a receipt.
501c, you get your letter.
Exactement. So, en tout cas, merci beaucoup tout le monde parce que nous branchez à ce là. Passons une bonne semaine.
Bonne fin de soirée.
Bonne nuit.
C'était Bouboule, Martin Claude et puis Sabine Apollon et puis direction Radio Gas.
Yes. Merci CS pour extra minute yo. All right. We're closing the night.
À la prochaine.
Bonsoir, bonne nuit tout le monde. Passez une bonne semaine.
Suivez tous les lundis Meli Melo Show à Atlanta. Meli Melo is a captivating 2-hour talk show. Meli Melo est une émission socio-culturelle animée par une équipe dynamique et professionnelle. Toutes les informations, sport, entertainment, musique, toutes les dernières infos sur l'industrie de la musique haïtienne de New York à Miami, from Boston to Atlanta. Tout ça qu'a fait dans HMI là, ou attendez sur Meli Melo Show. Meli Melo is live on YouTube and Facebook every Monday.